Welcome everybody. I hope that you're all okay. I've just started my clock so I'm able to remember the times of when I'm doing things, so I can write these times down for the timestamps. Pluto is going into Aquarius today, the 19th of November, and weirdly enough, another synchronistic number is that Pluto is entering into Aquarius for 19 years. Okay, so a lot of big life changes will be happening with a lot of us if you've done the work in the predecessant months and years before now. So if you've done any shadow work and you've done a lot of work on yourself, then that will be very prevalent within you moving into Aquarius. But at the same time, you may be thinking a hell of a lot about how these energies actually come to affect you as a collective and your star sign specifically. So what we're doing today is we're going into the star signs, all 12 of the star signs, and I will timestamp them down below so you know where to look. But at the same time, it's very important that you listen to this introduction. So thank you for being here. I'm very, very grateful, and I'm sending all of my love back to each and every one of you. Feel free to comment how this is related with you, or if this is the type of work that you feel like you are called to doing. If it's not prevalent for you at this moment in time, it will be in the years ahead, and it's very important that you guys know that as well. Sorry, I just needed to put the light on. So I hope that you guys are ready for the energy shift and the changes in the fabric of both of your life and the people around you collectively. So it's a buckling up time, because the planet of transformation, which is Pluto, it moves from a serious traditional Capricorn into forward thinking and humanitarian energies, bringing some serious regenerational vibes our way for us to all indulge in as well. So it's a clean slate. It's a clean slate for everybody. If you've done the work, you will be able to see this on you and in your life. If you haven't done the work, with Aquarius being in control with regards to Pluto, it's the underbelly, it's the under notions, it's to do with the bits about us that we may hide, the bits about us that we have subconsciously allowed to affect our lives. And I can feel the energy very strongly happening around us. So I hope that you guys are ready to do this work and be very knowledgeable about yourself and the energies that are happening around you guys as well. Like Neptune and Uranus, Pluto is what's known for the outer, or the generational planet in astrology. These planets move very slowly through the signs. This is the reason why it's spending 19 years in Aquarius, but in other times it can be spending up to 30 years in a certain particular sign. These planets move very slowly through the signs as well, meaning that their impact is felt on more of a collective level. But as I've said, this is going to affect us all, and all of our signs in some way, shape, or form. And that's the reason why I'm doing the reading today. So it doesn't mean that you won't feel the impact of this cosmic shift personally. You just won't feel it alone. So all of these changes will not only be happening to you, but the people around you. So collectively and personally, Pluto in Aquarius is a long game affair. Nothing changes if nothing changes, but nothing changes overnight either. Think slow dawning realizations, step-by-step changes that will make a difference, and ripping up the rule book of what you've done as a survival technique before, and regenerating your energy and doing things in new ways now. Okay, so that's what you need to be thinking about. So you're going to need the power that Aquarius is going to be giving you in Pluto to be able to initiate these new ways of doing things in your life. What I would like you to do is look up your sun, moon, and rising. Even if you pause this video and come back to it, look up your sun, moon, and rising, because that will give you a whole round scope of how your life is going to be changing when it comes down to Pluto being in Aquarius. But collectively, I want you guys to be thinking on a community spirit, a communal living, sustainability, because that's what's coming in, and it's going to be happening for 19 years as well. So we've got a long time to be initiating this energy, but we also will have no control over it because of the planets being in the positions that they are. The shifts in society will be definitely prevalent to you guys if you're not already seeing it now. Possible corruption, the playing fields will be leveled. So there may be people who are in the political field that are in corruptive energy with normal people like me and you that are feeling the differentiations in what powerful people try to initiate towards us and whether we want to play along with the rules of that or not. So a lot of people will be standing up for their rights, as I'm sure you can actually see happening at this moment in time, because I can definitely see it happening. There's going to be a lot of secrets coming out, making peace with your dark sides, equality, sharing resources. You may be finding that there's a lot of rebellion going on, freedom seeking, and also standing up for yourselves. As I've said before, there'll be a lot of technology upgrades as well, digital everything, space age innovation will be coming into play as well for all of us guys. So expect distractions to break you out of the old ways of doing things. You may be finding that there's shocking world news as well that's happening. But the more that we are understanding of this, the better we are prepared. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say to you guys. What we're going to do is we're going to move into each sign, and we will start off with Aries. So what we're going to be investigating is how things are going to be changing for you as each sign goes along. And it's 0707 as we do this as well. So what we're going to start off with is Aries, okay? So with Aries, if you think about the planet of Aquarius and then the Aries sign, we are going into understanding that this is a masculine energy. So you may feel like you're engaging with people who understand you more. You may need to learn how to conform with the status quo, conform with some of the ways that your friends are telling you that they expect you to be with them. You need to make sure that you are conforming to a routinal pattern in your life as well, because that will help you to be able to transgress forward into a positive way of doing things and seeing things in your life. It will be about growth and personal evolution, but you may feel challenged when you are going into this Aries, and being a fire sign as well. You may be feeling that passion to try to have a new beginning in your life, but you will definitely feel like you need to go into this place where you're noticing who you feel you're best with, because your social circle is going to be transforming. So people may be coming into your life and people may be coming out of your life as well. Remember that you're a leader, not a follower, Aries, okay? You were born to lead, and that's what the initiation is here for you guys. I've written notes for every single star sign. I'll just show you here. I've written notes for everybody, so everybody is in awareness of what's coming in when it comes down to their signs in their life. So let's see how it's going to be changing for Aries. How are things going to be changing for Aries moving forward? How are things going to be... Oh, wow, that was a lot. How are things going to be changing for Aries moving forward? How are things going to be changing for Aries moving forward? Aries. How are things going to be changing for Aries moving forward? Aries. Okay. So first of all, at this moment in time or in the past, you may have been going through some form of mental conflict where the voice within you, because I'm looking at the bottom of the decks of things as well, the voice within you may be coming into play. So intuitively, you will probably find that you're feeling a lot stronger, but at the same time, you may be in a lot of conflict when it comes down to listening to your inner voice within yourself. You may be feeling sometimes like you've been this light towards other people and finding that you're not really understood in the way that you might like to have been understood. And like I said, if you've gone through mental health or anything like that, you will probably find that you come into clarity, especially at this moment in time and the 19 years ahead. So I want you to be thinking with more positive, high vibrational thoughts, but at the same time, coming away from people that don't serve you anymore would serve you massively. And it's 10:45 as I actually looked at that time on my clock here. Okay, so look up those angelic numbers because they will be prevalent to you guys as well. So Aries, the changes that will be coming into your life. Let's just move some of these things away. Just want you to be able to see all of the cards whilst I'm reading them. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So just give me a second to have a look at these cards here. So you're going to be finding that the masculine and feminine energy within you is starting to come into balance. But at the same time, you may have lost some people around you in the years before today. And because of that, you may have found that there's somebody who you loved and cared about very much that passed away. And because of this, it may have affected you massively when it comes down to your mind. You're going to be finding moving forward, Aries, that you are definitely in this place where you're feeling very guided intuitively. You're feeling like your soul is coming alive into a place where you're starting to understand the guidance that you need to be able to move forward in your life. So what you're doing is you're thinking on a big planned basis, especially when it comes down to subconscious energy with the moon being there. You're coming out of a rejection energy and into more of an understanding that you are in a place where you do belong. I felt that very strongly. You're getting on top of some sort of depression in these years moving ahead. And also, like I said, a rejection wound with the Four of Cups being on the bottom of the deck. When you have a rejection wound, you may have this energy within you where you sometimes feel like life was pivoting up and down, whereas balance is going to be coming into play for Aries, which is a beautiful thing. But what you need to do moving forward is to do something to change your energy, so you are going to be feeling like you're being poked by the universe. And because you're being poked by the universe, you're being poked into this transitional energy, but it's going to be a slow process. As I've said, with Pluto being in play, this slow process for you is going to be a step-by-step approach into changing some of these things. So just for instance, pretend you're going to the gym. If you're going to the gym and you're doing things in your normal way and not seeing results, you may be in a position where you wanting to do different routines, change up the way that your eating habits are, and that might be something that helps you moving forward. Yeah, there's a lot of action prone energy as well. Your communication will be on point, Aries, and you'll also find that you're going into this place where you're thinking about traveling a hell of a lot more. If you've not been traveling, it's something that will be coming in the years ahead for you guys, most definitely. Yep. See, you're coming away from this rejection wound and you're more determined than you ever was in the past. Like I said, with the star energy as well, Aries, you may have felt slightly vulnerable in the past. And this is the reason why you're needing to step into this energy, but take the knowledge from me of slow and steady wins the race. Try not to go too fast when it comes down to thinking you've got to make all of these changes immediately, because it's not actually something that will be viable for you guys. It's more viable for you to do things in your own time as well. So as you're feeling challenged, just remember that anybody that's coming away from you in your life, whether it's friends or anybody to do with love, it's to balance things out in your life moving forward. Okay. Thoth, light codes, light initiation, great teacher, awakening, and divine magic will be surrounding you, Aries. And this is the reason why it's a very powerful time for Aries, the sign of Aries. Let's see if there's any sort of guidance for them moving forward. What do they, that just fell underneath the table. So that's something that you guys need to know that you may be hiding from within yourself. Keep shining no matter what they say. So you may be feeling like sometimes you're being judged massively, but moving forward, Aquarius is going to be pushing you guys into those vibrations within yourself as to why you felt insecure within, and how you can step up and be a light in your own life, and therefore shine that light for other people, because you may be in a place where you're wanting to teach other people the way forward in life, and this is the perfect time to be able to do that. You've got quite a few cards here as well, Aries. So what would make life easier right now? Reach out for help. Your loved ones want to help you, so you may be taking on a lone ranger energy of feeling like you have to do everything on your own and by yourself, when it's not actually something that you need to do. You need to be able to accept help from other people moving forward. And if this is happening on your undertones, you're going to be finding that it comes up to the forefront for you to need to change. Shield your energy with protective light. So make sure that you are definitely waking up in the morning, put an orb of protective light around you, especially when it comes down to communication, people trying to see if they can trigger a reaction out of you. Don't settle for less. So you're going to be finding that you are initiating these boundaries with people, and those people that love you will always honor that. Friends, family, work associates, or loved ones. If people do not go towards your boundaries and find them to be so 17, as I've just said that as well. If you find that other people don't respect your boundaries, you probably will be finding that you're dismissing yourself away from any sorts of relationships. Health checks. Make sure you're checking in on your mental health and your health over generally speaking, because you're probably going to be finding that there's something going on with your health. Not a bad thing, but maybe subconscious, especially because it's fallen by the moon. So it could be something to do with mental health as well. At the same time, it could be something to do with your hormones. That's what I just heard in my head. So have a look at your hormones, or whether sometimes you feel really down, or whether you feel like sometimes life's taking you on ups and downs massively. You may have been avoidant of looking at these things. Yeah, see, I've just purged, it's true. So with you being, and it was 1809 as I looked at that then as well. So it's very important that you answer the calling within yourself, and make sure that you are stepping forth to the doctors or wherever it is, to a health specialist, a homeopath. Go the holistic way, but make sure you're checking in on your health. Stop comparing yourself to other people, because there's no answers in comparing yourself to other people. There's only answers from within. Treble 4, look up that as well with the angelic number, because that's going to be something that is prevalent to you moving forward. This is a test. So you're definitely going to be feeling like you're tested by other people. And this is the reason why it's not only other people, it's your routines and how you're doing things. So like I said, make sure that you are stepping up and changing your routines. Drink more water, make more of an effort to nourish yourself at mealtime. So you'll probably start to change the way that you're eating as well. And with the balance, because they're taking me up to balance here with the yin and the yang, that is helping me to know that there's something disbalanced with your diet. So just if you are a person, for example, that really likes meat, can you introduce more plant foods into your life? Because when you're eating meat, you're actually eating death. No judgment coming from me, but you're actually eating a frequency, a vibration. And when you're eating plants, you find that you're more eating electricity which is what we are all made up of. So it's very important that you think about your diet and what you're choosing to put into your body, Aries. So I hope that that's been helpful for you. We will move forward. Don't forget to look up your sun, moon, and rising and comment below if this is making any sense for you, or if it's anything that you've been thinking about that you need to change within your life moving forward. We're going to be going into Taurus, okay? I'm just writing everything down so I can remember which signs I am doing next. So with regards to Taurus, with Pluto being in Aquarius, it spells big change ahead for you guys and your career. But we're talking the long game here. So it's small steps that you make now could lead to you finding success when you expect it the least. Just remember, you've got all of this power behind you, Taurus. And at the same time, you need to be listening to your instincts massively. I've written notes down for every single sign. So I'm just telling you what I'm getting here. And what I've been told whilst I've been meditating on each star sign. So Taurus, you may be feeling pushed as well. But all of these pushes, these triggers that you'll be feeling, Taurus, is only to push you in the right direction. Now, being Taurus, you may be a little bit stubborn about some of these changes that are going to be initiated into your life. But as I've said, with Pluto being in Aquarius, it's really important that you look into the underbelly as to why you're feeling the way that you are in your life. So that came out really, really well. Enlightenment, you may have found that you're in this position where you are growing massively. You're beginning to start to understand the notions of the beginning, the middle, and end as to how you've ended up coming to the position that you are in now. So there's a lot of root chakra activation, and there's a lot of new beginnings that you've initiated into your life. So you're closing the door on stern people, stern environments, things that don't help you to grow and prosper. And you're now, Taurus, starting to build this life forward where you are initiating yourself rather than waiting to be initiated. You've been doing all of this work, and it was 2222 on my clock here. I've got a little clock. So look up those numbers because they are probably prevalent for you guys, Taurus. How is Taurus going to be affected moving forward? Look, see, your intuitive side has already been activated, especially when it comes up with the high priestess. So whether you're a priest or a priestess, meaning feminine or masculine, you're going to be harnessing this power within yourself, and you're going to be feeling like you are more divinely guided than you ever was. And that does make sense for the new beginnings coming in. Look up your solar plexus chakra as well, you guys, okay? Because you are getting this activation that's happening in your life, and Pluto is definitely hurrying that along for you guys, but it will be a slow process as well. So always remember, you're not being rushed into this initiation, but it's happening in your life regardless. Tummy problems may be something that you was suffering with. This is going to be balanced as you go into this new season with Pluto moving forward. This passionate side within yourself is going to be coming into light, and because of this passionate side being there, you're going to have this willpower to fight for it's not fighting for your life, but it's almost like fighting for yourself, realizing that you are valuable and worthy of all of the changes that are coming into your life. And with the solar plexus chakra, Taurus, this is also speaking about you having this authenticity within yourself, this authenticity of being able to stand up for yourself and stand up for those that you love in your life. Okay, let's just move further and see what other cards you guys are getting here. I'll put this card here because we're able to see it as well. Look at this. So 6, 7, 8. So things are going to look up those numbers as well, you guys, because that will be very helpful for Taurus too. This is a step-by-step approach to where you are going in your life. You're definitely elevating. That's a definite fact. You are coming into more of your masculine energy, so you're going to be getting shit done a lot easier than you was before, Taurus. At the same time, you might want to look up the ancient Egyptian ways of doing things as well, because the star ancestor, it's like an Egyptian ancestor that may be trying to help you, and the stars and constellation are all in your favor, Taurus. So that's a beautiful time for Pluto being in Aquarius. But this inner soul, this inner message within yourself, Taurus, is going to be screaming loud and clear, especially with the solar plexus being activated massively as well. So you may be finding that your intuitive side is stronger than it ever was, and you'll be feeling guided when it comes down to things that are aligned with your life, and things that are not aligned with your life. It will be very clear for you to see what is aligned with you and what isn't, but not only outside of you collectively, meaning with your friendships, your relationships, and your work situations. This is also with your inner. So, with your inner understanding of yourself, what matches with you and what doesn't match with you will be very, very obvious to you moving forward, Taurus. You may find as well that any sort of addictions or temptations or lower vibrational desires that you had are not there anymore in your life, especially with energetic upgrades and a new way of being, integration. So you are integrating this higher minded consciousness and coming away from the fragments of what you used to be in the past that used to rule you. You are now ruling it, if that makes sense. All of these intuitive messages will be coming to you guys. You may be finding that you are more psychic as well. You are more intuitive. You are more inclined to follow your inner voice rather than what other people are telling you to do around you. And that is a massive awakening for you, Taurus. But like I said, you may be stubborn in how you initiate these new changes in your life because of relationships that are in your life. Some of those relationships are definitely very sturdy for you guys, especially when it comes out with the red lace being there. You are definitely locked into something that gives you this inner fire within yourself. And that's the reason why you're also thinking about creating stability for yourself and your loved ones around you, Taurus. So it's a pretty good time for you guys, but you will be finding that you're tested as well. Like I did say that to you, you may feel pushed to do the right thing by yourself and by the people around you. And the reason you're going to feel pushed is because you've had an inner activation, which is a higher frequency calling to you to be in that energy and frequency and allow yourself to bask in the light of your sovereignty and your authenticity moving forward. Three of Pentacles, it's all going to be work related as well, moving forward for you guys. So you may be finding that work is something where you're way more spontaneous. You may be working with somebody who's very loyal to you, or you will be moving forward into a place where you are understanding what your position is when it comes down to the work role, but you will be collaborating with people. At the same time, when it comes out with the Three of Pentacles, it can be talking about mortgages, property, land. So that might be another thing that you are doing with somebody when it comes down to relationships, whether it's some sort of work commitment or it's an actual romantic relationship, Taurus. You're going to be moving forward with a level of determination within yourself to succeed. With the Tower, like I said here with the Temptation card, the Tower is coming in because you're regenerating an energy that's less chaotic. Look, the Devil again, which is still coexisting with the Temptation card. So you may have been in a place where you've desired a lot of things that have not been good for you. At the same time, you're coming away from this rejection energy with the Four of Cups, and you're coming into your confidence with the Queen of Wands. So everything that you give up that is not good for you because your inner voice has told you to give up these things, this is what will be elevating you massively, Taurus, moving forward. Ace of Cups, self-love as well. So because of you stepping into a frequency where you are now loving yourself, you're coming away from chaotic environments, but at the same time you may be seeing a lot of chaos happening around you. You may also find that people try to tempt you to go back into your old ways, but because of you loving yourself and having an energetic upgrade, you're probably going to be less inclined to follow what you probably may have been weaker when it comes down to desires. Okay, yeah, the Two of Pentacles, it's like you are definitely bringing yourself to a place of stability. Yeah, the Empress too, and the High Priestess. So your intuitive side, as I've said, is going to be massive for you guys, but you're not going to be sitting on the fence when it comes down to making decisions, because those decisions for you are going to be very clear moving forward, Taurus, which is a beautiful thing for you guys, because it is a new dawn, a new day. I just heard by Nina Simone. So if I was you, I'd look up that song. Don't settle for less. So that's something that you will be thinking about. Am I settling here when it comes down to making an offer for a house, for instance? Or am I settling here when it comes down to my work? Or am I settling here when it comes down to your family relationships or your romantic relationships? Regardless, you need to be placing yourself in a place where you are not settling for any less than what you know for a fact you deserve. And because of you giving yourself that self-love, it will be very abundantly clear to you. Make time for your friends as well, Taurus, because especially your true friends as well, because they may need some extra loving on at this moment in time. You're going to be stepping into a time in your life where you can actually relax for once, rather than being on your P's and Q's and always feeling like you've got to be alert, especially coming into the Empress energy. The threes also signify the mind, body, and the soul. So that's a super beautiful place to be in, because it's like abundance is going to be yours. Also, this could be a pregnant energy when it comes down with the Empress being here. So if you've been thinking about more children or a family, creating a family, or having more of a stable family with the family you've already got, that will be coming in for you guys massively, because the Empress sits on the planet of Venus, and so does Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So that is a beautiful thing. It's like abundance is going to be yours. 1212, you needing to look up those angelic numbers and see. High expectations close potential doors. So make sure that whilst you're not settling for less, you are actually realistic about the human psyche, and understanding that people do make mistakes. But at the same time, it's like when you've got these high expectations, it's almost like make sure that you're closing the door on things that could have been potentially disastrous for you, not things that could be high vibrational and helpful for your growth. So don't, I just heard this in my head straight away, don't cut your nose off to spite your face. Make sure you don't do that, Taurus. Do something outside of your usual routine. And I've said this already with the what is aligned, not aligned, or needs to change. You're being placed in a healing phase. So with Pluto being in Aquarius, you're going to be going through a step-by-step slow process of change in your life, but that change is going to be initiating you into a place where you feel good within yourself, and that's going to be a beautiful thing. But take your time, it's not going to be happening super fast. Okay, what am I suppressing inside? As I've said, the subconscious energy will be at play with Pluto being in Aquarius. So make sure you're thinking about that as well, Taurus. What passion have you abandoned that you need to revisit? So there's something that you like to do outside of work, that may be a hobby to you that you have abandoned and stopped doing. This is a great time to revisit those things as well. You're an empath. Sometimes those thoughts and feelings are not yours. So sometimes you may be feeling the thoughts and feelings of other people. So I want you to keep track of your thoughts, keep track of the people that you're around as well. And also, before you actually initiate a thought to be in your own, remember it could actually be somebody else's. 2222. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I feel like I did. and it's come up here. I feel like I mentioned it from my little clock that showed me 2222, and it's come up here again. So that is definitely a message that's trying to come through to you angelically. So look that up. Cycles repeating themselves. You'll be breaking those cycles that have been repeating themselves from around you, Taurus. So I hope that this is good for you with regards to helping you to be able to move forward. And make sure you comment below if this is relevant for you, or if there's anything that you would like to start to do to change that frequency within yourself. Because the more that you change that frequency, the more that you'll see the rewards coming in from the universe, left, right, and center, especially when it comes down to your sovereignty and being who you were always destined to be, Taurus. So massive love. Make sure you're looking up your moon and rising signs as well, because there's two other signs that you need to be looking at. We're going to move into 3550. Sorry, I just have to write all of this down. Now we're going to be moving into Geminis, okay? So Geminis, hi there. I hope that you're all okay. Sorry for getting my pen in there. It's because I'm having to write things down, and it's also because I've written all of these notes for you guys, for everybody, and everybody's star signs. So it's all about the bigger picture for you, Geminis. You're going to be exploring something that fascinates you, and it could become something that's exciting for you. Travel, education, or a spiritual adventure, maybe something that comes into play for you, Geminis. But more importantly, I want you to ask yourself if you've taken on more than you can actually handle when it comes down to your lives, Gemini. Because as we know, Geminis, you guys can find it difficult to make decisions sometimes. You may want the best of both worlds and find it very difficult to just concentrate on one thing. And in an ideal world, you would be able to do everything at once. But with Pluto going into Aquarius, you're not going to have a choice. You're going to be slowed down, and you're going to have to look into making choices. You're going to have to make those choices. You're going to be forced into making those choices because of Pluto coming in. Okay, you're going to find, Gemini, that you become more serious. Okay, so if you are a person that likes to poke fun at people, because Geminis do like to do that sometimes, right? It's going to be more of a serious undertone with the people around you as well. So every action is going to have an immediate repercussion, which may make you guys feel a little bit inhibited, a little bit bracketed, but you can't be fickle anymore. If you want to be fickle, you're more than welcome to go ahead and be fickle, but you will be finding that you feel these immediate consequences coming because of you being fickle. And it's like life is taking more of a serious undertone for you guys, and whether you like it or not, it's going to be something that feels a little bit weird to you, because you probably like to be a little bit lighthearted sometimes, but it's like it's not going to be up on the menu with Aquarius being in Pluto, Geminis. So let's see what's going to be happening for you guys moving forward, what you can do to transition into this frequency with a little bit more ease, Geminis. Geminis. Okay, Geminis. Okay, so we've got the high priest energy here as well. So you might have a lot of intentions and then sometimes not actually gone towards creating the material harvest, the foundation for yourself, the stability. But you are going to be feeling like in the past there was a lot of setbacks with regards to your finances and being able to set up a stable environment for yourself and the people around you. You may also feel a little bit trodden down sometimes, but the main thing here is for you to not give up, because we are going into a new phase. It's a new slate clean for you guys. With the Gaia activation, this may be the mother energy as well that's around you, and it doesn't have to be in your physical life. It can also be in a place where you're feeling it subconsciously, but you are supported and loved moving forward. It's just that you're going to have to make sure that you are making some serious decisions in your life moving forward. So this is what advice I've got for you guys. Okay, so with the chance being there, it's like a lot of different opportunities. Yep, opportunities as well. Opportunities will be coming into your life thick and fast. You will be getting some chances, Geminis, going in to be able to open your mouth and make some choices, especially when it comes down to love. The Eight of Wands, that's travel as well. Okay, you may find that your communication may be something that is a focal point. You need to wipe the slate clean with how you communicate with people and make the choice to come from a place of love. Okay, take your time though with the Knight of Pentacles. It's like taking your time with making sure that you are thinking before you speak. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, because you may find that your communication is a lot more speedier as well. But moving forward, if you are not having the willpower to do the work, you're not going to be able to gain the finances that you're actually thinking about gaining. Okay, you may find that you are spending more than you're accumulating moving forward, Gemini. So I'm glad that I'm giving you this forwarded understanding, so then you're in a position of feeling like you are steps ahead rather than steps behind. With justice being there, karma is coming into effect, and the Hierophant with the Emperor as well. So it's like this is like a cult energy. It's up above, it's your spiritual understandings as well. You need to be making sure that you are looking into any sort of stomach area energy. You need to activate your solar plexus because you will be going into a more joyous time, but it's not before you've gone through the growth pains here. And the growth pains meaning having to take chances, having to think before you speak, also a tapping into that spiritual seriousness that you may be less inclined to tap into in your life. The Nine of Pentacles, making sure that you're spending your money more wisely, and also at the same time making sure that you are thinking in a very clear way, because you may find with your mental health, Gemini, that it's putting you in like this conflictive place in your life. The King of Swords can also be a father energy. So this is either a father that's up in spirit or a father on earth that you find there's a little bit of disconnect with, and that is looking for you to come out of this conflictive energy. Especially look, see, with the Ten of Swords, you're definitely feeling stabbed in the back, Geminis. At the same time, if it's not a father energy, it can be a previous partner that was in your life, with the King of Swords. And with that person being there, the energy might have been cold and logical, and this may be the reason why it was difficult to move on from that into a place of joy. Okay, if you are a masculine watching this, it could be a feminine that's cut you off, that brought you a hell of a lot of joy, but at the same time this person was a little bit narcissistic. So you wanting to be looking into that energy as well, and regardless of trying to feel like you are feeling rejected, Gemini, try not to divulge into the sad energy too much. Try to make sure that you're looking at everything with a level of wisdom, understanding that things happen for a reason. There may be distance between you and a person as well that's made you feel a little bit like it was some sort of sexual gain for them. With the King of Wands, you may find that some people start to distance themselves, meaning getting very introspective. But mainly, this is about you, Gemini. So you will be going introspective on yourself and thinking about some of the things that has happened when it comes down to family and stuff like that. You'll be contemplating a hell of a lot when it comes down to children as well. With the Four of Swords, that's something where you need to initiate meditation into your life, because with the Eight of Swords, you may be feeling very trapped by a lot of lies that are being spoken around you, but your inner voice will understand that these things are lies, Gemini. It's just down to what you're going to choose to do when it comes down to the opportunities in your life moving forward, because you will be feeling divinely guided. But at the same time, drink, drugs, anything that brings you lower vibrational desires is something that you're going to need to look up, because if you don't, especially with the confused Seven of Cups here, right, that can be speaking about you feeling like you're not ultimately being decisive. Okay, if you're not going to be decisive, you're going to find yourself in a position where your spontaneity comes to bite you in the ass. And this is going to happen because of the energy I picked up about the Justice card, which is the karmic energy. And this is the reason why you're going to need to make sure that you are on top of anything when it comes down to indulgences. Yeah, you're going to want to be more spontaneous moving forward as well. But at the same time, if you're making healthy choices, it's easy for you to do that. But the devil has come up, and when the devil comes up, it's the lower side of the frequency. It's the lower way of thinking about things in your life and enacting on those things that you're thinking about as well. So step into the light. As I've said, remember your wisdom within yourself, because Geminis do have a level of wisdom about them. But with Geminis having the two sides of the energies within them, the Jekyll and Hyde type of energy, you may be feeling sometimes like moving forward, especially, you may be feeling slightly confused as to what choices to make. Just make sure that you're making choices that are the healthiest for you, because if not, you will be finding there will be consequences that come directly after it, especially with Pluto being in Aquarius. It will be coming up to rear its head to almost get you back in line if you're not making the right choices, or you will find that the people around you start to call you out on some of this shit because of it. Pluto affecting us guys all collectively as well. Socializing would be good for you right now. Bless others with your energy. So you may feel, like I've said with the Hermit card that was there before, you may be feeling, Geminis, like you're in a hell of a lot. You're going to want to be socializing a hell of a lot more. Just make sure you're socializing in a healthy way and not divulging into things that are going to have you acting out of your character. What would make life easier right now? Reach out for help. Your loved ones want to help you. So you may be finding that you feel like you're suffering within yourself, especially with the King of Swords energy being there. Friends with benefits, as I've said before, if there's any of you guys that have had a partner around you where it was slightly fickle, or some sort of like a relationship that's got a lack of seriousness on the undertone, you may be finding that that's the thing where you need to reach out for help, because you might be going very within yourself and feeling slightly used moving forward. Yeah, I'm purging, so it's definitely the case what I'm saying. Look into herbal medicine to help you moving forward. So look into homeopathic and holistic ways of doing things, because that can also be fun. I'm not saying that you can go out clubbing with a herbal tea or anything like that, but you can use the non-alcoholic version. And if your energy is that high in vibration, you don't need any sort of substance to make yourself feel good and be this light that you are around other people socially. Master your crafts. So when it comes down to work, you may be getting more into education, spending some money on yourself and investing in yourself, with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles being under here. You may be investing in yourself so you have a bigger catalogue of qualifications to be able to do what you do and do it with a level of execution. You also need healing, so you're probably going to be finding with the solar plexus energy, which was underneath here, and also the crown chakra, you may find that you need healing. Cutting people off left, right, and center, so you may be finding that your circle is getting very, very small, and ayahuasca is calling as well. So you may be called to go towards a retreat, Gemini, If you're not called towards a retreat of the ayahuasca kind, maybe you might want to come to a retreat that we're doing, which is the Rapé and Sananga, which is also very helpful when it comes down to the solar plexus and every other chakra that you have. So get in touch if you want to attend it. I hope that you guys are okay, and let me know in the comment section how this is related to you guys moving forward as well. So let's move into Cancers, okay? I hope that you guys are all okay. I have written notes for every single star sign, so I've got some messages for you guys to give to you guys. So I hope that you are in a place of being able to hear where I'm coming from. Please make sure you look up your sun, moon, and rising so your reading is actually accurate, because you're going to need to know what's coming in for you guys moving forward, Cancers. Okay, so Cancers, for you, Pluto in Aquarius could spell the start of sharing time, energy, and resources with somebody significant. Perhaps a marriage, a commitment, or a business venture is on the cards. It's life-changing stuff that's going to be happening for you guys, for Cancers. Okay, you may be feeling that you're at the midpoint of things that can sometimes throw you off track. Things will feel different in your life, getting to grips with a new way of life, and you may feel a little bit lost as well, Cancer, because Cancers love to have this form of routine, and when your routine is a little bit thrown off, it may make you feel a little bit thrown off within yourself, Cancer. So look out for that energy, and just remember that any routines that are being shaken up, it's because the universe and your own body and soul deem it time to change these routines and habits that you have in your life moving forward. Cancers, what's going to be changing for them? What's going to be changing for Cancers moving forward? What's going to be changing for Cancers moving forward? What's going to be changing for Cancers? If you guys have got a list of what type of person you'd like to invite into your life, that's of course if you're single. I would definitely get a manifestation list written down as to what type of person, counterpart, that you want to invite into your life, because that will be pivotal to what type of person actually steps into your life. And with Pluto being in Aquarius, it will bring it into your life in the years ahead, or the months ahead, but it will be a slow process. So make sure that you are patient with yourself, Cancer, and you're also patient with the manifestational time it could take for you to be able to meet your person. If you're currently in a relationship, Gemini, not Gemini's, Cancers, then this will be coming into more of an alignment for you guys in your life. Oh. So you may have found in the time running up to now that you've given people chance after chance after chance, because you felt like there's an element of joy that people are going to bring into your life, but it may have been like fast forward, accelerated energy. Okay, you're going to be going into a place where you're back in the center of your life, because when the stag's there, it's talking about the trustful energy, creating this firm foundation for yourself, but being more grounded in your approach of making your decisions. Okay, moving forward, you're going to be finding that you are putting a line in the sand when it comes down to your boundaries and other people. This is the reason why you're in this new beginning of creating a world of your own making, and you're going back to zero, which Pluto in Aquarius is actually about. Going back to ground zero and creating these changes in your life that you know you are deserving of having in your life. The sword of light, divine protection cards, cut a breakthrough energy. So yeah, that is a strong card as well for like anyone that's overstepping their boundaries with you, anybody that's stuck in a social construct that doesn't suit you, anybody that chooses to lie to you. You will walk away, but this time you won't be given any more chances. You'll be walking away for good. And this doesn't matter what type of relationship that it is, because this could be a relationship. It could also be a family relationship. It could be a work situation. I am more inclined to say that it's family, though. I'm not going to lie when it comes down to the fence and boundaries. I'm also more inclined to say that it could be past relationships where people are trying to reignite this energy with you again. And this is something where you will be thinking, I've given you chance after chance after chance. And each time you've shat on that chance. And that's the reason why I'm not interested in trying any longer. And this is the reason why you will be very protected moving forward. And these cords will be cut. So it is actually a beautiful time for you, Cancers, because you will be cutting off energy that doesn't align with you anymore. But at the same time as you're doing that, you'll be inviting the right people into your life, and you will be passionate about inviting those people into your life. White witch, maybe you might be getting into witchcraft at the same time. If you're not, though, it's not about that. It's about you going into a place of understanding that you are free and liberated, and you're allowed to live a life of your desires, not what other people expect of you. You're growing in wisdom as well. And because if you're growing with this wisdom, there's something within you, within your body, that is telling you that people are overstepping your boundaries and you've given them chance after chance. So yeah, you will be standing firm in understanding that you are intentional with your decisions. You're intentional every single time you make a step forward. You're going to be making a step forward with a level of intention. And it was 5559 as I looked on my clock then. So look up those numerology numbers. You're stepping into your destiny, which may feel a little bit uncharted for you guys. You may feel a little bit like you cannot deem the light on what is going to be happening moving forward. You're going to need to step into a place of being very present, because you're going to have to be thinking on your toes. You're going to have to be making decisions, like I said, from a very conscious place, and you will be definitely doing that. This is the reason why you are going to be more interested in what I'm being told here is the lighter things of life. You're going to be just grateful for your health. You're going to be grateful for the people around you that love and cherish you. You're going to be grateful that you are actually in a place now where you're not giving a shit when you're putting your boundaries up with people and people are being cut off. You're not bothered about being alone. You're not bothered about people that like to do things in a very fast way. You're going to be more interested in slowing the pace down and doing things at your pace, in your timing. Love. With the eights being there as well, it's everlasting love that's coming into your life. You just need to have this element of patience, because you may have found, like I said to you before, with people trying to bring in this element of like fast-paced energy for you, Cancer, it may have made you feel like it was all this rush of delight at first, and then it's like it turns into a place where you're like, hang on a minute, that was very fast. And I feel like there were decisions that were made on a very fast pace. I'm not interested in doing that anymore. I want to do it to my pace. The Ten of Pentacles is money, inheritance that may be coming towards you as well. It also could be an energy of you, like I said, this is like more, I don't know if you guys are going to be thinking about getting an animal either. But at the same time, it's having this ancestral guidance around you guys, having the passion as well to be able to steer yourself forward. Children will be something that you're thinking about as well. But at the same time, the person that comes into your life romantically, if you're not in a relationship, you will definitely fancy this person, but they may give off a level of like a player or a playerette energy. You may find that they're very good looking as well. But this might be the reason why you feel a little bit like you want to do things from a very slow focal point. You may not even be thinking about love, but it's definitely something that is going to be brought up here. if it's with regards to children because you've already got a partner, or whether you don't have children, the Empress energy will be there. You're going to be coming from a place of love with everybody, and anybody that gives you an energy back that isn't connotating towards love, you will come away from. You're going to be in a very abundant place in your life moving forward, with the Empress being there, and the Nine of Cups is your karmic justice to get emotional fulfillment. That is something that is being given to you by family members that have passed on, that love you massively up in the spirit realm. They're all working together to bring you into this emotional fulfillment where you feel like you are complete, rather than feeling like there's something missing and you're having to do all of these different things to establish your boundaries with people in your life. See if there's some more guidance. Right, so this is activating somatic healing within the body. So it's the root chakra healing energy, and the sacral chakra, I would definitely say, for you guys that need healing. Okay, put your favorite music on, dance like nobody's watching, connect with the lyrics of the song, especially if you play it on shuffle. Now, I always put that there because I believe that when you put your music on shuffle, that is when you start to hear the universe coming into play and trying to help you when it comes down to like making decisions in your life, and on top of it, feeling like you are divinely connected and divinely guided as well. Connect to your sacred self-worth. So that's something that you will be doing massively, which is the sacral chakra energy too, moving forward, letting go of resistance. You may feel like, if you're a mother, you may feel like you have to control everything, or you may feel like you're having to put your boundaries in a particular place when it comes down to your children. Make sure that you surrender after you've spoken what your truth is. Don't feel bad for speaking your truth. Just speak your truth and then move on from the subject, because you got it off your chest then. I keep thinking about you. Somebody may try and come back into your life to see if they can rekindle things with you. This is basically where you need to make sure that you are making slow, progressive choices, especially if you've given people chance after chance after chance, because you may feel like it's not actually worth it for you, Cancers, moving forward. How can I shake my routine up to create the things that I seek? So you may be doing things in a very how can I say it? It's almost like doing things to the book. And with Pluto being in Aquarius, it's speaking about you guys needing to be in a position where it's like you need to be making changes, changing up your routine a little bit, bringing balance into your life. And like I said, doing things at your own pace. So yeah, don't fall into your old patterns, because you're going to find that the universe comes and steps in and forces you into that change, whether you like it or not. But mainly, Cancers, love is on the cards for you guys, and that's a beautiful thing for you. So you should be looking towards the future with a lot of what would I call it? Inspiration. Should be feeling positive about it. So we're going to be moving on now, okay? We're moving on to the energy of Leo, okay? So it's an unconventional and a life altering relationship, or a friendship, or a passion project. Could be eventually a change for everything for you guys. So put yourself out there and let your lion heart guide you, especially with a Leo. It's like you like to be the center of stage. You like to be the person that's the focus of attention. And it may not even be in a big headed way, but it's very important that you step into that inner royalty within yourself and know that you're entitled to be in that position. But at the same time, think about what your actual passions are. You may feel challenged moving into the Pluto energy. So you're going to be finding that this happens left, right, and center, from what I can say here as well. Because with the Leos, you're going to be finding that Pluto being in Aquarius for you guys, you may find that you are projecting onto other people, okay? I want you to look at things personally within yourself. Are you projecting, or is it something that's actually happening? Now with Leos, this is not like any sort of disrespectful energy to you guys, so please don't take it in this way. But you may be in this place in your life where you feel a little bit like it's you against everybody else, you against them. Don't get into that form of spiritual or physical warfare, because this is the reason here. Don't have like a victim mentality, because your subconscious energy with Aquarius, if you want to think about the sign of Leo, it's a fire sign. Then if you want to think about the sign of Aquarius, it's an air sign. Now, what does air and fire do? It ignites it even more. So you may be finding that your inner scope and inner vision is a little bit misguided. And that's because Pluto is there to try to get you Leos into a place where you're understanding that sometimes it's the finger that you're pointing outwards may be a finger that you need to be pointing towards yourself. Okay, I want you to also remember, especially being a Leo as well, that other people are not a threat to you. You are in competition with yourself and with yourself only. And if you don't tap into that frequency, Leo, you may be finding that Pluto being in this sign for a whole bloody 19 years might be a hard slog for you guys if you don't remember these lessons that I'm actually saying. Okay, so Leos, what's going to be happening moving forward for Leos? What's going to be moving forward in with Leos? What's going to be happening moving forward with Leos? What's going to be happening forward with Leos? Give me some more understanding for Leos. Right, okay. We'll get one more card for Leos. Oh, not too many. One more card for Leos. Some guidance for Leos whilst Pluto, that will just flow out of my hand the other way. 6618 as well. Have a look at that angelic number and see what comes up for you guys. You may have found, Leos, that your foundation that you've tried to make with yourself and anybody who you choose to be with has gone tits up when it comes down with foundations and achievements. Okay, this is because look at your energy coming through again. It's like you've got this energy of feeling like you are going to dictate the energy, especially being a lion energy. And this is the reason why sometimes you get misjudged. You may feel like you're being undervalued, but this may be because of that energy within you of feeling like I will be respected in the way I expect to be respected, but I won't look within myself at the way that I am behaving as well. So that's very important for Leos to be thinking about your energy within and just remembering that people are not put on the earth just to attack you. Okay, people are trying to refine you, or you're needing to refine yourself and go into that energy where you can look at yourself with an impartial viewpoint rather than getting passionate and feeling like it's a dig to you. Okay, be brave and be honest, because there's definitely something that you're going to have to give a truth to somebody around you, because secrets are being revealed. Okay, treasures being uncovered and initiations. Now you guys may not look at it as a treasure, but I would look at it as a treasure, because any sort of self-work that you can do that will progressively help you to move forward can only be a good thing, right? And this is why you need to initiate yourself into an energy of going within and making sure that you understand that you have been placed on this earth to thrive and live in your heart energy, but you may need some healing when it comes down to that as well, Leos. Just getting all of your cards out, and then we'll speak about what's coming out here for Leos. Okay. Yeah, as I've said before, there's like this energy of the sacral energy when it comes down to Leos. It's like you're metamorphosizing, but it's going to be a very slow process. At the same time, you're going to have to utilize your heart chakra, which is closed here. When it comes out with the heart chakra energy being there, it's like you need to bring yourself into an energy where you are embracing your sensitivity. Like I said, you may be feeling triggered with Pluto going into Aquarius. You may feel like there's something trying to temper the flame of who you are. But really and truthfully, you need to step into a graceful energy within yourself, this calmness that needs to come from within, but it needs to come from the heart chakra. And this is the reason why you need to be healing that heart chakra. Okay, you may be in a very creative place as well, but you may feel moving forward with the hermit energy that you are online watching other people's lives, or you are watching how other people do things and feeling very, like I said before, feeling almost like you're being attacked in some way. You're being pushed, um and being made to feel like you should be living in a certain particular way to conform with other people, when in actual fact, I don't think the universe is doing that. They're just trying to get you to be more introspective and think about how things can be in life if you start to take accountability. At the same time, you may feel like you are getting into a place where you wanting to be in more Leos, and that might be a little bit unusual for you. So make sure that you're embracing that homebody energy, that introspective energy, because it's there to help you to be introvert. The devil energy upside down as well. So yeah, when this comes up, you're definitely spending more because you're spending more than you're accumulating. That's the best way that I can put it. At the same time, as well, when the devil comes out too, it can be speaking about initiating your energy towards people that have this like mean energy about them. And don't forget, this is coming in for you guys. So make sure that you are not divulging into energies where you're feeling a little bit like you have to do certain things to conform, and not conforming with people as well that have got less than healthy ways of living with the devil reversed. Okay. It's, let me just feel a little bit more into these energies, because I feel like there's more to say about these bits here, because it feels you need, right, okay, whilst you're in this hermit vibe going forward, right, you're going to be in a place where you have these like dark thoughts. You need to explore these dark thoughts, especially with Pluto coming in Aquarius. It's not a choice, it's something that you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to practice detachment as well. I would also say releasing self-limiting beliefs as well within yourself. Yeah, it looks a little bit like it's going to be a little bit tough for Leos if they don't know how to surrender and trust what the timing of their lives. Yeah, so make sure as well that you're not only attracted to shiny things. So it's shiny object syndrome, I just heard in my head. Okay, start to think about how you can do things to journey into new pastures. Try to remember that you are probably going to be better with people on a one-to-one basis, not in a collective place. So you may find that if you go into like a collective environment that you don't feel that comfortable, you're going to be better on a one-on-one energy with people. And I'm not going to lie, you're going to feel like there's a lot of opposition around you sometimes with people, and this is the reason why you need to understand that whilst you may feel like me and these people are not the same, you may need to be in a place where you are collaborating with an understanding that we are all human and we've all chosen to be on this earth at a particular time to get through life as a collective. So try to not think about things just with yourself involved, and remember that integrating with people that are different from you doesn't mean that you are then having to change. It means that you're going to have to face some of these conflicting thoughts within yourself. The Emperor, yeah, this is a father energy as well, that you may be finding that it's like there's some sort of energy there that needs to be healed. Yeah, King of Cups, it's almost like Page of Swords as well. So it's like you may be finding that there's this energy within you where there's some form of father energy that feels a little bit disgruntled here, or you're needing to have less time and affection for a father energy that's around you. At the same time, if your father energy is actually okay, Leo, this is speaking about you going into a place where you are being called to take the lead in your life. And where are you being called to go into your life next that will create a level of stability for yourself and the people around you? Karmic justice is around you guys as well. I always look at this as a particular witch. And when she comes in, she's bringing in justice, especially when it comes down to the Nine of Wands. It's like if you have not been establishing boundaries, or you've been overstepping anybody else's boundaries, then karma is coming in to balance it out with the people that have overstepped your boundaries. Or if you have overstepped boundaries, there's an energy where I keep hearing in my head, cause and effect, cause and effect. So look up that universal frequency of cause and effect, because you may be finding that that's something that is a pivotal viewpoint in your life. The Four of Swords, you will be in more of a contemplative frequency and energy as well. So meditation might be good for you guys. And then the Five of Cups is feeling this emotional lack, with the Hermit energy being there as well. So when you've got this emotional lack that's in your life, Leo, just remember that any lack that you have in your life, you need to fill up the cup within yourself, so you feel this element of being abundant and being cherished, but because you are cherishing yourself, not because you're expecting to be cherished. And that's how you'll liberate yourself moving forward. You may also be thinking in the years ahead, I'm getting 1 to 2 years ahead, you may be feeling a little bit lost when it comes down to somebody that is on the other side. You may be feeling like you feel that emotional type of like loss within yourself, where it's like you're not looking at the future, you're looking at what you've lost. And this might be the reason why you're in that frequency moving forward, with Pluto being in Aquarius. You may be in that place, Leo, where you are feeling like you are at a loss of things rather than a gain of things. So that's important that you're thinking about that moving forward as well. So Leos, you need to connect with other like-minded souls. So like I said, definitely make sure you're connecting with like-minded souls, but also make sure that you're connecting with people that are different to how you are as well, because that will be extremely beneficial for your growth, and it will take you out of that mentality of feeling like you have a lack, and you'll go more into an understanding of people on a collective. At the same time, trying to hide all trying to hide all of your emotions and trying to hold it in and trying to put on this brave face is not going to work, because with Pluto being in Aquarius, it will be calling those inner kind of frequencies out of you. It will be almost like it's being drawn out of you, and you won't have a choice. So make sure that you are sitting sometimes, spending some time to yourself, and really thinking about some of the choices and decisions that you have made and what you would like to make moving forward, which will be like an investment on yourself, and on top of it, to get into more of a collective mind frame, rather than feeling like you are being picked out or picked on. Okay, you have made massive progress, keep going. So like I said, if you do all of the things that I've said in the advice, you'll be going into a progressive energy. If not, Pluto is going to be taking you deeper and deeper into your subconscious until you almost unfold that energy that doesn't serve you anymore. How do you liberate yourself, and how do you liberate others? So like I said, collective mindset, again, it's not just about you, it's about other people around you as well. your body needs healing. So I would definitely say that you need to get in touch with a healer as well, because healing is definitely something that is calling out towards you. It's all going to come out. So you're going to be finding that things start to come out that have been hidden as well. I look for you in other people. So you may find that you are looking for a person in other people, and this at the same time could be something that someone else is doing when it comes down to you. You may be finding that some sort of secrets come out, because with Pluto being in Aquarius, what is in the dark ultimately comes out into the light. You need to ground yourself, because you may be finding that sometimes you're a little bit in more of your higher chakras rather than your lower chakras. So I would definitely say the sacral, solar plexus, and the root chakra is what needs healing for you guys massively, and you need to ground yourself as well. Rather than divulging into things that are not healthy for you, start to make some choices that are more healthy for you and take accountability. That's what will drive you forward. Okay, how do I protect myself from experiencing deep intimacy? So this is not for every Leo, but for some Leos, you may be finding that you get into like fickle relationships, fickle situationships with people, and this energy is calling you guys to step into that time of understanding that sometimes you actually are desiring a meaningful relationship but denying yourself of it because you feel like you need to guard yourself away from having these types of relationships in your life. So it's very important that you're being true to yourself there as well, Leos. But I hope that that's been helpful for you guys. Please comment below how this reading has affected you and what you'd like to do moving forward, or any sort of feedback that you want to put there. I am very grateful, and I hope to see you guys on my next reading. But have a safe transition through Aquarius. Let's move on now. We are going into Virgos, okay? So hi there, Virgos. I hope that you guys are all okay. Let's dig into your frequency and energy, because I have written notes for everybody, and I want to make sure that I get all of these messages out before I go and relax. It's been a very busy day. So Virgos, your messages: you will be impacted in a creative way. You'll be learning new things, and you'll be feeling more impartial and open to other people's viewpoints and how they see things, how they would like to do things moving forward. So it's like a collective mind frame for you, Virgos, moving forward as well. Changes to your health, your well-being, your daily routine, anything that you make decisions on now will be the trajectory moving forward. So just remember that any bad habits that you've got, nail them on the head now. If you do that, you will definitely find that you will be making your life healthier and happier, not only for you but for the people around you, Virgos. So let's see how else this is going to be affecting you, Pluto being in Aquarius. Pluto being in Aquarius for Virgo. How are Virgos going to be affected? How are Virgos going to be affected? How are Virgos going to be affected? No, let's take that back because it fell off my hand. How are Virgos going to be affected? How are Virgos going to be affected? How are Virgos going to be affected with Pluto going into Aquarius? I'll take that one that's actually folded over there, because that's the one that wanted to be seen. Earth star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy as well. So look up the totem of Isis, look up the goddess that she actually was and what she used to do. Also think about getting some turquoise as well as a crystal, if you put it on as a bracelet for my men, a necklace for my women, but turquoise. Wow, I can't stop purging. Right, so Virgo, you guys may be finding that people are reflecting an energy towards you, or you're reflecting an energy out, where you're finding that there's been this like inner and outer conflicts that are happening around you with the power energy being there. You may find that sometimes you have to go off on your lonesome and feel like you are very alone on this journey. You may have a strong relationship with the moon as well, but at the same time you're being called into an energy of unleashing who you divinely are, also being comfortable, Virgos, with stepping out on your own sometimes, stepping out and doing things on your own. You don't need to do things with people, you can do it on your own. That is something that is very poignant here from what I'm seeing. And at the same time as well, it's like I've said, there's this projecting energy that's going on, that needs to be something that you're looking at. Remember as well, do you sometimes give advice to people because you can see that they need to do some things to change in their lives, and then find it very difficult to be able to do some of these changes for yourself? Can you have a look at yourself and make these changes that are more helpful for you? You're going to be finding that there's a massive activation happening with you, Virgos, okay? A massive activation. You're going to be understanding as well how everything aligns with the undertones of what you've thought in the past, Virgo, okay? Your divine guidance with the Akashic records as well coming through is like a divine understanding within yourself, where you've always known that there's a higher calling there for you, and with that higher calling being there, it's something that you have to follow. And because of you having to follow this inner divine guidance, you may be finding sometimes that it's a little bit of a been in the past, a little bit of a struggle. It's going to be much easier for you guys, especially in the paths moving forward, because your guidance is going to be so divinely guided that you're connected to something that is much higher than you. Why do I say that? Because if you look here, look at this from the past. All of these steps that you've had to make to get onto this path here that is way clearer. It's almost ascending you into this light here, into this moon energy, which is the subconscious energy within yourself, your underlying notions and understandings. Your crown chakra is going to be something that is massively activated, and not only that, your intuitive side and your heart chakra as well. You're going to be finding that there's energy from long distance, meaning people, friends, family, associates, lovers, people that are at a long distance will be feeling very connected to you, even if it comes down to dreaming about you, or you will be dreaming about them. You will definitely be feeling like there is some connections that you will be understanding within your life. It was an energy exchange, whether a higher value energy exchange or a lower value energy exchange. Regardless, energy is energy, and you will be starting to notice that as you move forward, Virgos. You're going to need to be taking a leap of faith when it comes down to making some decisions in your life that are different and to you may seem a little bit taboo, when in actual fact it's the universe trying to get you to make some of these changes in your life. So you need to shift the way that you're thinking about things. And remember, as you walk forward on your path, you will have this strength within you to be able to do that. You may find as well that you're going into either spirituality more, or you already are spiritual. Regardless, that's going to be coming into your life, and it may be because of some of your friends around you moving forward that are leading you and holding your hand down a spiritual path, which is going to be a celebratory time for you, especially if you make some decisions about healthier lifestyle changes that will bring you into more of a higher frequency. Life will stop feeling tough sometimes, and it will feel way better for you. You're also going to have enough self-love and intention to let go of things that don't serve you anymore. with you having this intention, it's almost like you're going to come to peace with things that didn't work out for you in the past, and you're going to be moving into a much more secure and comfortable place when it comes down to your emotions, which is a beautiful thing. When it comes down to the Queen of Swords, it's almost like there's some sort of relationship that's had to cut off moving into the future, or it could be a mother situation here. You may feel there's a mother wound here when it comes down to emotional withdrawal and the Queen of Swords, but at the same time, it can be speaking about this relationship being repaired if you can establish your boundaries with the people that you've had to cut off in your life. At the same time, with the Queen of Swords, it can be where that relationship, whether it's a friend, lover, family member, moving forward, it may be something that is actually done, okay? And because of that, there's a reason for and a need for you to emotionally withdraw from that situation, because a lot of abundance will come into your life after that. It will be a clean slate for you guys. Look, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. That's a new slate when it comes down to your emotions, and a new slate when it comes down to your finances. So you will be abundant when it comes down to that. Love will also be a matter of something that comes into your life as well. If it's not anything love related that you were interested in talking or understanding about, Virgo, this can be a passion of yours that's going to bring you great financial reward into your life as well. So moving forward, it is an abundant time if you can make those decisions and make those positive choices moving forward that are going to have a life-changing effect on you and any sort of young children or anybody else around you that's very close to you. But make sure that you are keeping your boundaries quite firm and strong, because you may find sometimes that you're being a little bit tested when it comes down to that as well. You may also find that there's some sort of ex moving forward that reaches out to you because they feel like there is like an emotional energy that they need to give out to you for closure. Okay, so if you can have that conversation, then do so. If you feel like you're not being called to have that conversation, then step away from it. But just remember, I've told you that's something that may be coming in. Can you see things from another person's perspective? Try the Ho'oponopono meditation. It's time for forgiveness. So with emotional withdrawal, you may need to forgive other people around you that have stepped on your toes a little bit, made you feel insignificant, made you feel like you gave them a lot of your heart for not much in return. Okay, it may have made you a little bit logical, cold within, and you may find it difficult to open your heart again. This is why you may need healing when it comes down to the heart chakra. But it's going to take a certain amount of healing from a certain vibration of person as well, because sometimes healers have got this very same energy to heal within themselves, and if they've not learned how to heal it, they're not going to be able to heal you in the same frequency and the same quality. Okay, you have people from higher realms protecting you. So just remember, God's, what is it called? God or spirits rejection is God's protection. Something like that. That's what I can hear in my head. So just remember that is something that will be happening moving forward as well. You're being divinely protected, but it may feel like it's like the universe teasing you to give you something and then taking it away from you guys. I say I've healed from us, but I haven't. You couldn't make that up. I did mention something to do with like a past person trying to reach out to see if they can reconciliate with you or speak to you or gain some form of closure. First of all, though, I would definitely say, my beautiful Virgos, that you need to forgive yourself, because you may be really telling yourself off for the way that things have gone, whether you've allowed certain things or whether things have happened and you've just felt a little bit violated from some of the things that happened in the past. You can move forward from this and give yourself the forgiveness that you need. toxic behavior, you may be finding that either A, you're being toxic, or some people around you are being toxic. But like I said, with the Queen of Swords, she's quick to cut people off. She won't fucking think twice. So if you do need to like cut anybody off for their toxic behavior, don't feel bad about it. And at the same time, don't allow anybody that's giving you this toxic behavior back into your life because they're trying to play on your heartstrings. It's not going to happen because you might have already found love anyway. I compare everybody to you. I miss you. Okay. So this is strong X energy here going on. Okay. You are going through a spiritual test. Don't fail. So what I would definitely say to you, Virgos, is just remember, sometimes when you are going into an elevated frequency in your life and you're going to bigger places and bigger things, sometimes you get tested. You get tested by the universe to see whether you really do want that higher vibration or whether you want to stay stagnant and go through the same old fucking lesson with the same old asshole again, or the same old hoe again. Okay. And just remember, you guys are deserving of the life that you try to give to other people. And that's what I want to say to my Virgos. Let me know in the comment section if that relates to you guys. But regardless, it will be in the coming years. So yeah, that is my love and guidance for you guys. Please check your sun, moon, and rising also moving forward, because if you check that, you'll have a much more in-depth reading as to what you need to be doing in your life moving forward. Just writing this time down because we are going into Libras now. Okay, so Libra. I've got some messages for you guys as well. I've got messages for everybody, to tell you the truth. So if you just would be as kind to listen to what these messages are, I will get through these messages. And also, please make sure that you are looking at your sun, moon, and rising as well, because that would give you a more whole round perspective of what's going on in your life. So let's move forward. Libras, you're going to be feeling more regenerated with Aquarius moving into Pluto. You'll be very decisive, much quicker, and making decisions that may go against the grain. You may be even more judgmental than you was in the past. So remember to be present. And if you make any decisions, Libra, that may make other people feel like, why have you made that decision? Why have you done that? Make sure that you are sitting with that person during that process of them trying to understand why you've made this decision, because in the long run, they will understand why you've made this decision. It's just the fact that at the beginning, you may find that people are strongly pointing the finger at you and trying to make you feel bad for some of the decisions that you are going to be making moving forward. Okay. Also, Libras, I wanted to let you guys know that you need to seek pleasure in everything that you do. So you may be finding sometimes that everything's this mediocre understanding of you just have to do these things. So you may be doing things out of feeling like it is what would I call it? It's not doing things because you're finding love in it. It's like you're having to do it because it's out of a sense of duty. That's the word I would say for Libras. Doing things out of a sense of duty. Can you do things that are brave and things that you want to do for once? Try to put yourself first, but also try to remember as well that you are a human. And not only are you a human, people around you are also human as well. So you may have been thinking about a mother, Libra, or at the same time you may be thinking about becoming a mother. If you're a male, you may be thinking about your own mother, whether she is up in spirit or whether she is down here on the earth. All things mother may be thought about. You may be doing all of this as well because you want to create a material and spiritual foundation with love, because you may have found that your parents in the past have not had that same type of energy between each other through no fault of your own or no fault of their own. Sometimes things just don't work out, and that might have been what it actually is. You also may be finding as well that you've had to make plans and cut people off and do things that is almost like you've had to mark your territory, and you've had to do it strongly, and you may have felt a little bit bad for that, but you know that it was also necessary. So moving forward for you guys, remember that a lot of wisdom is going to be coming towards you. You may be finding that the terrains are a little bit wild for you guys right now. You may find that there is a lot of things going on that's making you feel like life is a little bit against you sometimes. This is because of you going into your solar plexus energy, your inner fire, your willpower, for your desire to fight for your life and fight for the prosperity that you want, fight for the relationships that you want in your life. You may find that you keep on coming across obstacles. You may sometimes feel like everything's an uphill terrain for you guys, and then look up the number fives as well, because that might be another reason why you sometimes feel a little bit like, why is everything so difficult for me to be able to achieve? When in actual fact, it's just the fact that sometimes people are different and you're different. And if people don't know how to respect the difference in you, you find it difficult to respect the difference within them. Okay? Just remember that. You need some healing as well. You may be finding that your body is calling out for healing because the universe is coming into play. So your authenticity is slowly coming out of you, but it's going to be being born like a new regenerative energy, a rebirth energy of this old you shedding and this new you coming into light in your life. You'll also find as well that you are this shining light towards other people in your life. And because of you being this shining light, you want to sometimes feel like you've got the same enthusiasm coming from other people in your life, rather than feeling like you're so alone sometimes. You may also be thinking about your age quite a lot, Libra. This is the reason why they keep drawing me up here. So it's like, just remember that you are as old as you feel. Okay, you may find that you're quite defensive as well moving forward. um don't feel defensive. Just remember and contemplate before you speak sometimes when it comes down to the future, because you may feel like you're coming, no, not you may feel like, other people may feel like you're coming from a very defensive place, when in actual fact you might be just stating things for the way that they actually are. And it's not your responsibility to see how people receive you, but you may be finding sometimes that you are kind of wanging your stick around without actually thinking about what people are actually saying to you. At the same time, though, you may have to be like this person that is bringing this regenerative energy towards yourself for other people to follow, because you may feel like you have the vision and other people are lacking having the vision. So this may be another reason why sometimes you feel a little bit like you are alone in the way that you want to execute things. You will get an emotional fulfillment. Okay, so there will be some sort of communication coming from somebody who you've had to be very courageous with. You've had to speak to this person, you've had to try your best, because you see emotional fulfillment from this person. At the same time, it can be something to do with work as well. Okay, it can be to do with working, it can be to do with going into this abundant place when it comes down to your emotional security. But at the same time, the Five of Pentacles can be feeling a little bit shut out by family. And this is something that you may need to heal within yourself. You may also find as well that you've always been the person that people cry on your shoulders, and you are now looking around for whose shoulder you can cry upon, but nobody's there to be able to do that for you. And that might feel a little bit annoying sometimes, if I'm honest with you, Libras. Yeah, this is conflictive energy, if I'm honest. The Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands is conflictive energy. You may feel like you are going to blow sometimes moving forward, and this is only because you're getting put in this position where you're having to fight for everything that you want in your life, and that might feel sometimes like it's hard for you to step into that frequency when Libras. We all know that you romanticize life and you almost fantasize about how things should be because you just want the world to be a better place, when in actual fact this is something subconscious within you that needs to be healed, because everybody outside of you will be showing you an energy why you need to be going within and remembering that you can be that light shining out for other people around you. You're not the only person that wants the world to be a better place, and you're not the only person that just wants everybody to be in a state of love and happiness. Remember that, and you'll find that you find your community of people. And not only that, you'll be able to understand sometimes you can love people, but you may need to love them from a distance, Libra. What else does Libra need to know moving forward? So yeah, I can definitely see, like, once you've healed yourself, you're probably going to end up in a place, where you're putting people in their place, and you're also in this position as well where you're making decisions where you're finally putting yourself first, but it won't be without other people trying to make you feel bad for doing that, okay? So try to remember what I've said to you. You're seeking this universal healing of the people around you and the world around you, and all good things will happen in good time. Don't forget, you're also getting some emotional fulfillment coming into your life. Private party, put your favorite uplifting music on, dance like nobody's watching, and connect with the lyrics on the song, especially if you play it on shuffle, because you might find that some music that you play on shuffle has this energy of giving you messages from the spiritual realm. This is what I do quite a lot, and it's very, very helpful. 515 I saw on the clock in front of me, my little digital clock, so look up those numbers as well. Fives to me can represent when you're feeling like there's this conflict happening around you, but what you're trying to do is keep yourself in a balanced place. Encourage people in your life to help themselves. You can't take on their problems. Look, with the Five of Pentacles, I told you the exact same thing. So make sure that you're thinking about that with this planetarian Plutus in Aquarius being there. It's going to be shining a light on all of these things for you guys. High expectations, close potential doors. Make sure that you negotiate in your boundaries, and make sure that you are being somewhat laid back. Don't have this element of needing to be persuasive, because it will come across very easily to anybody who feels like you are trying to do that, okay? Time to get active, so you may need to start getting active again, my Libras. No shame in that game. I'm definitely doing that myself. And just remember that, from what my friend said to me as well, perfection doesn't come. It's mainly about being realistic and accountable. A flaky conversation will be being had, which may piss you off somewhat moving forward. So you may find that there's multiple flaky conversations that you have. So don't think twice to make sure that you establish your boundaries and your line in the sand, or your paint marking in the road. Make sure that you are putting those expectations up there, and then sitting back and surrendering the situation, allowing people to show up how they choose to show up, because that's how they were always going to show up in the first place. You make me feel safe. You're probably going to be finding with the King of Cups, somebody who's your emotional fulfillment will be starting to understand that you make them feel safe within themselves, and that will start to come into the spotlight for you. Don't let anger control your mind. So that's another thing that I think would be very helpful, which I did say to you in the beginning of the reading anyway, that it's very important for you guys to not do that. But it's easier said than done, isn't it? Sometimes when we're going through a place in our lives where it's a little bit difficult. to just be able to not let anger control us. So just know you've got so much love surrounding you. There's so much things that you've got to look forward to, Libras. And now it's time for us to go to Scorpios. Hi there, you guys. I hope that you're okay. Can you look up your sun, moon, and rising? Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to look at these readings. Honestly, I am literally at my last, I think I've got 5 more to do. And it's been a long journey getting through all of these readings, but I'm finding that I'm getting through them pretty easily. And I hope that this reading actually helps you guys a lot as well. I've written notes down for every single person. So let me tell you what your messages are moving forward. You've got a life-changing and mind-changing energy that's happening around you, Scorpios. You may feel like you're not being heard by other people. You need to respect your truths, but at the same time, you need to respect other people's truths, because you may find sometimes that you're just thinking at things from your own inner standing when other people may have their inner standing. Okay, there's going to be some endings that are happening around you as well moving forward, Scorpios, but I feel like you will be well adjusted into understanding that these energies are okay to be happening. And this is the reason why it's like a cosmic ordering. When the emerald tablet activation comes in, it's basically speaking about this energy within yourself that's going to be a heart-based life. And anybody that's not living on that frequency, you may feel less inclined to vibrate around. You will also be consciously manifesting your desires in your life, but you may need to sacrifice something in your life that you may not want to sacrifice. Don't forget, this is 19 years that Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. So there's nothing else to do but take things one step at a time, and just remember this guidance in the back of your mind, or come back and watch it when you need guidance again. Also, remember there's some sort of ancestral patterns that have happened in your life that need to be looked at and understood for you to be able to break yourself free of the chains of some of the things that have happened in the past in your life, Scorpios. Okay, so you've definitely got solar plexus energy coming through, because you're in this authentic place in your life where you're going through a massive transformation. You're probably going through a big awakening in your life as well. All of your desires will be coming through into your life, your passions, where you see your life going in the years ahead. But you are going to be given choices, and you're going to have to be making the right choices. Okay, sometimes you may feel like you are given too many choices to be able to just make an impartial viewpointed decision, Scorpios, moving forward. So this is something where you are thinking about creating a foundation where you can build your future, and that's what's going to be key for you, building a future for yourself and for the people around you. You might be thinking about renting or moving or buying a new home or starting. If you haven't already started a family, you may want to add to your family. If you're not wanting to add to your family, you may be welcoming other little ones into your family in the future, but you are more interested in creating a life and a future on your own terms, not other people's terms. So that's a beautiful thing. You may be feeling quite called within yourself to journey to new destinations as well. And there may be like this energy of what types of relationships you'd like to invite into your life, whether that is friendships, relationships, or work relationships, or taking control when it comes down to what you're doing, when it comes down to your work relationships, Scorpio. You may find as well, though, that you're having to use your courage quite a lot, because you may find that sometimes your inner thoughts within yourself, because Scorpios, you like to investigate people and things, when this is almost like a projection of you needing to investigate yourself, investigate some of these parts of yourself that sometimes feel a little bit like they're like, I wouldn't say they're the darker sides of you, but they're almost like the sides of you that need to be investigated. I'm eating an apple. The bits on you that's taken courage for you to be able to move forward and not allow yourself to put yourself on a back burner. You also may want to travel somewhere that's quite far away, but you may feel a little bit stressed about doing that yourself. You're also being called to step out of this introspective homebody energy, because you may feel like you want to keep away from people and things that don't serve you anymore. You're having to make massive choices as well, with the Chariot being there moving forward. Now, Pluto coming into Aquarius, it's like you will be in deep thought about making some of these decisions, because you and some of these people, because the lovers can be people who have been divinely sent into your life. They can be karmic people as well. But this is mainly like, can you think with a love-minded focus and understand that sometimes people are brought up completely different to you, and that's the reason why sometimes it's difficult for things to be able to work out the way that you may have wanted them to work out. Sometimes people are sent into your life, I'm hearing, to help you along a certain particular journey, and then they go off and learn things from a different perspective, and you may not be around when that perspective is being looked at within that person. And can you be okay with that? Okay, at the same time, you may be making bonds with people that are everlasting in the future as well, once you've let go of something that feels like it's taxing on your energy. You may be taxing energy on yourself. You may be having to get up and finding the courage to keep fighting for a better day, if that makes sense. Keep on using that courageousness to get on top of your thoughts and be more decisive with the Two of Swords, making more decisions, because just remember, it's a new slate when Pluto goes into Aquarius. And with that new slate being there, it's very intentional for you guys to make sure that you're stepping up and stepping out when it concerns to understanding yourself and what your desires are moving forward. Don't hold all of your feelings in either. You may need to sometimes rest a little bit, but your mind may be thinking, no, I need to get that done. I need to get certain things done. When in actual fact, sometimes you need to just sit back and let the universe take control with what it's going to bring in for you. Remember, all of these passions that you have as well, you're welcome to go towards. This may be in the form of training, though. You may need to train some more for certain things that you wanting to do in your life. And because of you needing to train, this may be something that's making you feel a little bit like it's going to cost a lot for you to be able to do it, okay? That may be a little bit annoying, but it will bring you to fulfillment within yourself, because it's something that you desire to do. Okay, so just remember, your vibration is going to be rising. You've got this energy where you can help other people in this life if you choose to keep raising that frequency, but you are going to have to invest on yourself. And don't look at things in a money lack mindset, look at things in a money abundance mindset. Just remember that your inner fire and your willpower to get a life of your desires is something that you will be able to have if you make the right choices, which could bring you into financial abundance in the next 19 years moving forward. Also, meditation may be good for you guys as well, and also looking into how you can be more compassionate and more empathetic to the people around you. Have you given the wrong impression to anybody around you? Because this will transform the energy once you start to realize, okay, this is the reason why certain things have happened, or I'm going to bring my compassion and empathy to the table, and I'm sure that we can have a conversation or an understanding between us that would be much more helpful to my growth and this other person's growth. Okay, so a lot of conversations are going to be hard, a lot of interchanging energy with people as well, and making sure that they're people of a high spiritual value, because you're looking for quality um, energies from people now moving forward, Scorpio. But you may end up entering into a flaky conversation first. Okay, now having a flaky conversation with people is a little bit difficult because you'll feel like you're saying a lot and you're not getting a right lot back from the person. So make sure that you're patient with yourself when it comes down to that, and leave conversations to happen organically as well. What loop is in your mind repeating that no longer serves you? What is this loop trying to teach you? So with the Pluto being in Aquarius, it will be taking you to the underbelly of your thoughts, and it's really important that you pay attention to those thoughts and what those thoughts are actually saying to you in your present mind, body, and focus moving forward. 444, look up those numbers. They may be highly significant to you. Stop comparing yourself to others. Nobody is you, and that is your power. Remember that. Sneaky link. Shh. Nobody knows. You may find that you are linking up with somebody on a casual thing, or that is happening around you, and that might be might be the reason why somebody's having a flaky conversation with regards to you. Something special is coming. Just remember, there is a lot of gifts coming in for you, Scorpios. At the same time, there's a lot of lessons as well, which is beautiful. Blessings and abundance coming into your life. You have psychic abilities, so try to work on them, navigate them, get yourself around a psychic teacher so you know that you're giving the correct messages, and trust your intuitive side as well. Time to relax, so you may need to sometimes know when to shut off and shut down, so you've got some energy for yourself. Okay, and look at things from a higher perspective. I did say that to you before. Okay, so I hope that this has been helpful for you, Scorpios. Comment below if it relates with you massively and what you can do moving forward for yourself, because there might be other Scorpios that find it very helpful for them. Okay, so 5, 7. Right, okay, Sagittariuses, I hope that you guys are okay. I'm going to start giving you your messages, which I've written down. But what I need to do is go and get my charger. So if you want to give me a second, I'll get my charger and I can carry on reading for you guys. But I just want to get this organized first because I can walk straight into doing your reading then. So give me a second and I will get your reading with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for taking the time to come on here to see what messages come up for you. And I hope that this reading is actually helpful for you guys moving forward. I'm just going to go and get the charger. So just give me a second. I'm back, you guys. Just give me a sec. I need to charge this or it's going to cut out on you. Right, perfect. It's charging now, so I can carry on. Sagittariuses, welcome. I hope that you're all okay. I'm just going to get myself situated. Oh my God. Let's get this. Right. So I've written down some notes for you guys. I've written them down for every single star sign. But we need to get on with your guys' reading. So I'll give you your messages first and then we'll go into your cards, okay? So Sagittarius, with Pluto being in Aquarius, you could see yourself sharing your voice, your story, or what you've got through in your life to help other people, okay? You might be speaking or sharing something deeply personal to you, and that could share an important role in your future. So you may have been through some events in your life where you feel like you can help other people if you just speak on what you've been through in the past. But also, Sagittarius, you might be feeling like you're breaking out of these imposed boundaries, that you're free to be yourself, and you'll be declaring who you are and what you want from people. So you won't be conforming, you'll be standing up and being yourself, but at the same time you won't be thinking about having to do things to please other people before pleasing yourself first, Sagittarius. So that's a beautiful thing because you've got more of a focused mind point. You may also sometimes have been a little bit uncomfortable standing out in the crowd from different people, whereas this is something about you needing to step into that place, standing your ground with people that have overstepped your boundaries as well in the past, because you may not be as inclined to just allowing people to step over your boundaries anymore. Sorry, it keeps shaking because it's touching the charger. Okay. Sagittarius, what's coming into their Pluto versus Aquarius? Guardian angel. So you've got people around you as well up in the spiritual realm that are around you, sending their love and their guidance towards you. The key for you is to just remember that you aren't alone, but you may be feeling that sometimes you get these intuitive prompts in your life, and that can sometimes make you feel a little bit like you get a lump in your throat, if that makes sense. This lump in your throat is happening because you've probably found a lot of stability coming from the people that you love around you, but have now passed on to the other side, and sometimes you may feel a little bit alone, like you wish that those people could be around to guide and support you in your path moving forward. But just remember, you're never alone. They are definitely there with you. Also, Sagittarius, temptations. Protection guardian. Unlimited potential. Let's move these up a bit. Where are you being called to journey to? Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. And then the halls of learning. Okay. So there's a lot of big lessons coming for you guys, especially when it comes down to like your mind focus, Sagittarius. Your mind focus of having like sometimes lower vibrational thoughts when it comes down to desires, temptations, and ego-driven thoughts, ego-driven ways of how you want to do things. It might need something that needs to be re-examined, especially with Pluto coming in, because with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's air and fire, and when air and fire is there, it's basically speaking about your fire being ignited within yourself, which can make you feel inflamed. You may need to defend yourself to somebody that's highly toxic that's around you, but you may have had these hopes that this person wouldn't be as toxic as they are. Because of this, It may be difficult for you to come out of understanding that there's nothing you can personally do to make somebody be more high vibrational and do what you'd like them to do. This could be family member or lover as well, just to let you know. It could also be a good friend, but regardless, you had high hopes for how this person could be, when in actual fact, you're just finding yourself in a position where they're just looping around over and over again, and you're looking from the sidelines, but also hoping for the best for this person or for this situation, and finding that it's a little bit difficult sometimes. It may be your child that I'm talking about here. It may be your mother when I'm talking about this here as well. Regardless, Sagittarius, it's basically speaking about putting yourself at the forefront and remembering, like, you're coming from a place of love. If other people don't know how to come from a place of love, then it's going to be difficult for you to pursue forwards with these people. You're also going to be finding as well that you need to drop your defensiveness from other people as well. You may be finding sometimes that you are trying to manifest what you want in your life, and this is something where it will happen, but it's almost like you need to think about doing some self-work if you are feeling like you are highly judgmental of other people, when you need to take a look at yourself, because that's what Pluto in Aquarius will do. It will ultimately turn your shoulders away from looking at other people into looking in that mirror, okay? You may need to start to think about resting as well. Also, if you have lost somebody that's very dear to you and you found yourself feeling quite depressed after it, this is speaking about you being put in a position where you may need to seek therapy or go in for some healing and talking to somebody who wants to help you moving forward. Four of Cups, you need to heal that rejection wound within yourself because of your boundaries being put up. Your boundaries may be in a place because you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling like you're trying to be everything for everybody, and sometimes feeling like you are not being appreciated for the energy that you are bringing in. You also may be on this self-scope of feeling like you want to go off on a journey on your own. Meaning a journey, a holiday to a long distance. You may also find as well that some lover in your life may be in this position where you're feeling like, this is only for a few of you guys, but if you're in a relationship, Sagittarius, you may find that somebody around you is speaking to somebody else, and you find this on their device with the Page of Swords. If it's not that, it can be speaking about you guys making decisions and making choices, and sometimes not having a fear of feeling like you have to be alone, or making a choice and then it's going to be frowned upon that you've made this choice. Sometimes you have to make choices and not care about how other people are looking at it because it's the best for you. You may find as well that you need to be connecting with nature because you're not grounded enough. You may be a little bit up in the higher chakras and not down in your lower chakras. Look, this is something to do with a dude, or something to do with a woman who may have her own business around you as well. You need to get grounded and remember, like, the more you get out in the fresh air rather than staying in will help you as well. So maybe start walking, start a form of exercise that will be good for you, but get grounded in your sensitivity and understand that with Pluto, life is happening for you, not to you. So if you are feeling highly sensitive, it's Pluto trying to bring that energy out of you to bring you into positivity, okay? I could also be talking about a sun energy here as well when I'm speaking about trying to guide somebody and them not particularly hearing where you are coming from and then doing what they want, but you know that it's kind of not the best thing for them to be doing. I'll just get this card 1 minute. I'm gonna knock the phone. I'll put it back. Yeah, so you may find that it's a sun energy as well. or it could be somebody who brought a lot of positivity into your life. Regardless, you're wanting to bring a higher vibrational frequency into your life and move away from this tumultuous energy of feeling like you can't sleep at night and you can't get on top of your emotions. Well, you will. Give it around 6 months, you'll start to feel better within yourself, especially when you start to claim your sovereignty and how you expect things to be without looking at how it's going to be received from other people. Because as your lesson is here, Sagittarius, you don't need to conform. You need to do what makes you happy, and you need to start putting yourself first. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know for Pluto? What does Sagittarius need to know for Pluto? What does Sagittarius need to know for Pluto coming into play with Aquarius? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Sagittarius need to know. Brilliant. Keep shining no matter what they say. Remember this advice moving forward as well, because it's something that you'll be needing in the future. Something special is coming. So just remember, through all of this hardship, something rewarding is going to be coming into your life moving forward. What passion have you abandoned that you need to revisit? So you may have something that you used to love to do that you don't do anymore, but you've been thinking about it lately, or you will be thinking about it moving forward. Get into it. Start doing it. Pick it back up again, okay? You're an empath. Sometimes those thoughts and feelings are not yours. So just remember, you've got a gift for being able to feel other people around you. Don't settle for less. And look up the number 222, Sagittarius. I would definitely say that it's important. Again, I keep reiterating it because I think it's very important for you guys. You need to start putting yourself first. Doesn't matter what other people think and feel. It's about putting yourself first. So remember, I am very grateful for you being here. Please comment below if it makes any sense to you, or if I've triggered anything that you would like to change about yourself. I really appreciate all of your comments, and I hope that you have a safe transit through Pluto being in Aquarius, because it is a new slate for all of us. Make sure that it's a slate that you want to be on, a trajectory that you want to be on. So let's move forward again, shall we? Let's move into Capricorn, okay? So Capricorn, welcome. I hope that you're okay. I have written some notes for everybody that I will be saying first as I'm doing your cards. We'll go through your cards and give you some indications as to what's coming for the 19 years that Pluto is going to be coming into play for you guys, okay? So Capricorn, you may be happier doing things solo. You'll be seeing money in a different way. Money will feel a little bit more like an understanding of flow. So you may have a collective mind focus when it comes down to money and finances. You'll only have this collective mind frame because you'll be thinking to yourself, money has to flow. I don't need to save it all in the bank. I need to do this so I can get that. And life is like a flow of energy, and you will be adopting that energy and frequency. So you won't be as tight. That's what I would say, Capricorn, okay? More people are going to be coming into your life, so you need to be thinking in a massive collective mindset. That's what will get you guys, Capricorns, into a place where you're feeling a lot more abundant because you're accepting that things are in a collective mindset. And if you're wanting success, you can deliver that success to other people in incorporating them into your plans, okay? Stop overthinking things as well, because you're already on the path that you're meant to be on. And if you're not, with Pluto being in Aquarius, it will be bringing you into a place where you're feeling that slight relief and feeling like you are being divinely guided. All of your obstacles and challenges will be removed from you, and the path will seem like it is coming a lot more clearer than it was in the past, Capricorn. I want you to surround yourself with protective energy as well moving forward. That might be something that's very helpful for you, Capricorns, because you may feel sometimes a little bit like people are in your energy and you change the way that you are, probably because of your own desires as well. But at the same time, try to protect your energy and ground it into existence. Especially being a Capricorn, you should have that as your forte, okay? So money talks as well for Capricorns, but Pluto being in Aquarius is all about the payoff. So think next level changes of circumstances, big time investments, and taking a considered risk or a gamble on something that you know will yield results. So obviously don't invest in things that you don't know for a fact will yield results, but if you know they are, just remember you're being divinely connected as well. So you're going to have some really beautiful energy around you, Capricorns, and you're going to be able to embrace this energy around you, especially with divine connection. You may have this like inner knowing, and inner understanding, and also I keep hearing like a voice in your head that speaks to you. So with the crown chakra upgrade, it's like if you've ever doubted some of the information you've been told in your mind, you won't be able to in the next coming years, because Pluto is coming in to help alleviate you and help you to know what these messages actually mean that are coming into your life. I don't know if Tai Chi is something that you've thought about either, Capricorns, but there's definitely something about your movement and doing things in a slower pace rather than doing it at a very fast pace. At the same time, you need to be open for any sort of information that comes from people that may feel a little bit like, why are you saying that to me? You may feel a little bit triggered sometimes, but just remember, people are coming around you from a divine presence, because divinity is all around you guys. And this is the reason why some people will be coming in with advice for you that you will be thinking, where the hell have you come from with that advice? Like, what are the chances of me seeing you in that place? What are the chances of me hearing that advice from you now? What are the chances of you knowing this when you don't know anything to do with my life? You're going to be finding that you have these instances with other people. The main thing to do is to make sure that you maintain being focused, because with being a Capricorn, you may feel sometimes like you want things to happen at a much speedier pace than what is actually going to be happening. So you need to be in a peaceful place when it comes down to understanding that everything happens in its divine timing. And once you focus your eye on a target, you will get there, Capricorn. You will most definitely get there, but there are steps to things, and the more that you focus, the more you will get that abundance, both spiritually and financially, into your life, which will bring you to a place of anchoring your stability in the world, which is mainly speaking about purchasing a house and also gaining this family perspective in your life, where you're feeling like you are being healed from within and feeling like you're creating this stable foundation for those around you in your life. To speculate, you may need to accumulate as well, Capricorns. So you may need to spend to be able to gain money, okay? The Queen of Swords can be speaking about messages coming in from the mother energy. It can also be you cutting people off as well, okay? Knight of Cups, yeah, so romance is definitely on the cards if you're in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, you're definitely going to be coming into a romantic relationship in your life, and that will be happening because you've cut somebody off that was not giving you the reciprocation that you was giving to them, okay? So just remember, any relationships that come in, it will be because it's divinely guided. Four of Cups, you're coming away from that abandoned energy of feeling like you've not been gaining the love that you seek to get from another person. The Emperor can also be a business person, so you Capricorns may be a business owner in some way, shape or form, and success will be coming towards you, but you're going to have to spend some money before you get that Queen of Pentacles. Definitely, that's a fact. You'll be coming into some sort of money, coming into the future, and that will be because you've invested in yourself and gained the qualifications and understandings that you need to be able to move forward in your life. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, that's soulmate vibes. That is soulmate vibes. It will happen slowly though, so don't think that it's just coming around the corner in the coming weeks. But I'm telling you now, this is like a divine connection between two people that was always written and meant to be. So that will be coming in for you guys, which will create financial stability because this person has got money just as much as you have. You may feel a little bit confused by the advice that I've just given you when it comes down to your love life, especially if you're trying to make it work with somebody. Just remember, if you're trying to make it work, you don't have to go out there and just finish with this person right now. But you do need to remember that there's 19 years that Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. These changes are going to come very slow into your life, but they are going to be meaningful and they're going to be permanent, okay? And just remember, karmic justice is definitely there. Anybody that you are investing your love into, where you are feeling like that love is not being reciprocated, you need to excavate yourself from the situation and allow yourself to be bathed in the love and care and compassion that you would give to other people, because you can be in love with somebody and be in a relationship with them, and you can also get money, make money together as well, because that's what the vibes are here for Pluto being in Aquarius for my Capricorns. That was a lot. Let's read them anyway because it's all good. Okay, 12-12, you might want to look up that. A flaky conversation being had with somebody. You've up-leveled yourself. This is why they try to drag you down. So you may find that some people do try to drag you down in some way, shape or form. Don't allow that to happen. They watch your social media. So somebody's like looking all over your socials to see if they can have a peek at you. I look for you in other people. Some ex will be trying to speak to you as well moving forward. It's all going to come out. So as I've said, Pluto is also about secrets and revelations starting to come out. So don't be shocked when things start to come out. Do something outside of your usual routine. Shake things up, guys. Don't let your anger control your mind. So if you do feel triggered by anybody or anything, like I said, dismiss yourself away from the relationship with these people and it'll start to feel so much better. You make me feel safe, so somebody's going to be making you feel safe, or you're going to make somebody else feel safe. Playing with your heart. Is somebody playing with your heart? Ex still has feelings for you. That couldn't be more clearer, could it? Take time out for you. The wheel of karma is turning, which is justice card here as well. Socializing would be good for you right now. Bless other people with your energy. So it could be very important for you to be thinking about that, Capricorn. But overall, I would say you're going into a very abundant place. It's just that you need to have a mindset of when it's like a saying of when I have everything, everyone around me has something as well. So try and think in a collective mindset and you'll see the better side of Pluto being in Aquarius, because it can be a new beginning for you to have stability in your life rather than feeling like you don't have stability and you're trying to seek it in places where it's not bringing that energy towards you, okay? So thank you for being here. Make sure you comment below if it makes sense for you, and also look up your sun, moon and rising moving forward, because the more that you look up your sun, moon and rising, you'll have 2 more readings to watch after this, and that will bring you into the frequency of knowing what your actual messages are on a much more rounded basis than just your rising sign. This is the reason why it's important sometimes to watch your sun, moon and rising. So let's go towards you, Aqua, my Aquariuses. I am an Aquarius moon, and Pluto is going into your sign as well. So you guys need to know, first of all, I've written messages down for every single person. including you, Aquarius. So let's go into your messages first of all, then we'll do some cards. You will find the abilities and strengths in the areas that you never knew existed. You may be entering your own personal underworld, looking into yourself, the thoughts that you have with regards to your life that you may have tucked away, that you didn't want to feel or think about. You'll be at a crossroad with the loss of old things. So you may be thinking about old friendships, old relationships that may loop in your mind. You may feel like you're always thinking about that. And you may also be apprehending the future that you've yet to step into as well. So you don't have to, what I would say, Aquarius, is that you don't have to have things mapped out. Sometimes you just need to have faith and be centered, because you're going through a slow rebirth, but your gut will not be steering you wrong, Aquarius. So just remember that your gut is steering you into a place of completion and stability and foundation in your life. You just have to trust it. So Pluto's spin in your sign ushers in a period of intense personal growth and development. Are you ready to rise? Because you need to be, because you're definitely going to be rising, okay? You're going to be called out of yourself to rise. Pluto's going to be calling you guys to step into that transition, Aquarius. So let's see what Pluto has in store for Aquarius, especially being in your sign as well. What does Pluto have in store for Aquarius? Right, as I've said before, you're going to be looking into relationships, the stability or the lack thereof that you've felt in relationships in your life. But I would say that there's a relationship coming in for you guys, which will be a big opportunity for you to feel this level of safety within yourself. Definitely. Aquarius. Springtime's going to be a very important time for you guys as well, Aquarius. These cards are coming out very quickly for you guys. Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. Okay, so you've gone through the fucking dark nights of the souls here. You've gone through the trenches, and now you're going to be coming out into the light. This is the reason why you will be more of a master at shadow work, tracking down your fears and your desires. So I want you to be honest with yourself about some things that you're desiring, or some of the things that you're fearful of that hold you back in your path moving forward in your life. I want you to also connect with the moon's phases, because when you connect with the moon, you then notice that your body is doing certain particular things in your life that's making you feel like, wow, that felt divinely guided. And that's the thing, when you are divinely guided, you're divinely protected as well. So your subconscious energy will be coming into play massively. But the more shadow work you do, the more you will rise up into the light, because you will be heeding the messages loud and clear, because it's time for you guys to step up. See your seeds grow. So you will start to see yourself and observe yourself grow. And not only that, you'll observe other people that you have tried to help grow as well. At the same time, it can be speaking about your own peace of mind, because I'm looking at the piece of lavender here. It doesn't have to be about helping other people, when in actual fact it looks here like you need to help yourself more. Tracking down your fears and your desires. So it's almost like there is some things within you that's making you have to make so many decisions, because sometimes there's a lot of things you are thinking about at the same time. But all of these activations are coming in with Pluto coming into your sign at this moment in time, which will create a firm foundation for you. But I want you to start thinking about what your fears are when it comes down to having a firm foundation. Do you feel like if you create a firm foundation with people, that it's then taken from underneath your feet? If you do feel like that, you may be feeling sometimes like that is one of your fears that comes up to you. You may also be suffering with lower back pain, Aquarius. This is something because of you always taking on this place where you have to take on the weight of everything around you, when in actual fact you need to make sure that you are looking out for yourself just as much as you look out for other people, and heal that root chakra. You're already doing it, so stop overthinking as well, Aquarius. Even being an Aquarius moon myself, I know what that's like when our minds are just going on 24/7. It's in a constant fucking loop, when in actual fact you've up-leveled yourself so much, and you should be actually congratulating yourself for how much you have up-leveled. Don't dim yourself down to fit in with other people. So by spring, you will be in that position where you are stepping into who you are and not feeling like you're treading on people's toes. You'll be thinking in more of a collective mindset. You will start to be okay with some of the endings that are happening in your life as well, especially with anybody that's made you feel like you have to dim your light in order to fit in with other people. And I keep getting here as well that it will be very important for you to help other people with their shadow work and how they come into the light, because you may sometimes feel a bit alone, when in actual fact there are people in the world that have gone through things just like you. But yeah, you may feel a little bit trapped sometimes when it comes with the Eight of Swords. At the same time, you're holding yourself back out of self-fulfilling prophecies, I keep hearing, because you can release yourself from some of these things. So I would say it's mental health, and at the same time it's also about family, making you feel like you're out in the cold, so you sometimes feel like you're left out of left wing, and that's why it's difficult for you. But when you're going into Pluto, you will start to meet people who are going to be like your family, but they don't have to be blood. They could be soul family as well. You're going to be forced to come out of the hermit energy, but it's almost like Pluto's going to be coming in and forcing it out of you, because you're going to have to be in a courageous place, because you may feel like you're having to do this. You're being forced into this place, and this will bring you into a new beginning. But at first it may make you feel a little bit like, what the F is going on here? I don't want to go into this rebirth. It feels uncomfortable. What if I'm laughed at? What if I'm not accepted? You need to trust and have faith within yourself, and remember, by the summer months you will start to feel a bit better, but you'll be in the baby phases of feeling better, and then you will be on top of your emotions. You turn into the Queen of Cups then. So this is when you get this emotional fulfillment within yourself, where you're starting to feel better about yourself, better about some of the situations that have happened in the past, and being in control and on top of your emotions, Aquarius. Also, I just wanted to go beneath that as well. Four of Wands being here, this is a stable family unit that you have made for yourself. And also the Empress being there can be speaking about a pregnancy, with the Ace of Cups being there as well. That can be speaking about self-love. But then the Page of Pentacles has come underneath it as well. So you may be going into like the spiritual understanding. Just dropped some of my cards, sorry guys. You may be coming into the spiritual understandings, the occult nature of how spirituality works. You may be going deeper in understanding spirituality, or you may end up having a child that is highly spiritual, with the Page of Pentacles being there. It's almost like it was destined for this child to be gifted. 1 minute, I'll just put this back. It's like it was destined for this child to be spiritual and understanding of the spiritual knowledge that you will be imparting onto this child. So Aquarius, is there any more advice that Aquarius needs? Aquarius, any more advice that Aquarius needs? What would make life easier right now? Reach out for help. Your loved ones want to help you. So there may be some people around you that really want to help, and you may be shutting yourself off from these people. But that might be for fear of abandonment or rejection. Just remember that your soul family will always be there for you if you need them. So don't be scared to reach out to them. You're close to achieving your goals. So just remember, if you are doing all of this shadow work, you will be getting to the place where you need to be. It's just going to be a slow process. But yeah, with Pluto being in Aquarius, it's going to be calling it out of you. You may just feel a little bit like you want to be left alone sometimes with it though. But yeah, this is just the universe trying to bring it out of you, so you're trusting in yourself more. They don't know you like I know you, so somebody around you may be trying to make you feel like that. At the same time, you may have some ex around you that's trying to impart this energy upon you, or you may be having this energy towards somebody who you have moved on from or you're not with anymore. Your body is out of sync, so you may be finding that something's going on with regards to your body needing to come into balance. It will come into balance, but it's just after you've done this last bit of shadow work, Aquarius. Don't let anger control your mind, so you may find that your passions and your anger starts to take a hold of you, especially feeling triggered with Pluto in Aquarius, because it's bringing out that undercurrent within yourself, and that's where you need to start standing up and understanding, okay, something is trying to ruffle my feathers to help me to grow, so life is happening for me, not against me. You have people from higher realms protecting you. So remember that if you call upon these higher realms, they're definitely there to help and protect you. I say I've healed from us, but I haven't. So you may find that there's somebody around you that hasn't healed from a breakup that you've had with them, or you yourself may not have healed from somebody who you've had to come away from. Keep being consistent. You're one in a million. That's a very beautiful message for you, Aquarius. Always remember how special you are. You're highly favored and protected. You could not be more highly protected from higher realms if you tried, Aquarius. So always remember that. Connect with the ones that you trust the most. So always remember, like, the people that you trust the most will always be there for you, and you're entitled to having these relationships in your life. You just need to trust yourself a hell of a lot more than you seem to at this moment in time. But yeah, Pluto being in Aquarius seems to be a good time for you guys. So thank you for being here. Make sure you comment if it's actually related with you or giving you some guidance that will be helpful for you to be able to move forward. And I will see you on my next reading. But make sure that you look up your sun, moon and rising as well, because that will be highly helpful for you guys. You'll start to gain an understanding and more of a broader perspective on what your cards are actually saying to you, in a whole round perspective, not just in one aspect. So take care, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye. Pisces, I hope that you guys are okay. I've written some notes for everybody. Please make sure that you comment, like and share. Thank you for being here, for your subscriptions. I'm sending you so much love back, and I hope that my exchange of reading will show you my appreciation that I have. For you guys, first of all, it is a time of reckoning. It's a time of getting to know yourself. You're also going to be getting to know the self-sabotaging energies that you have and the tendencies that you have to self-sabotage yourself. You'll be figuring out the undercurrents of things, because as we know, us Pisces, we like to go off into our tangent and start overthinking things. Whereas this time we're going to start to understand why we're overthinking things, which is a really positive thing, because it's going to help us ultimately to come into a place of healing. Okay, you're also going to be healing and understanding some of the things that are not working for you in your life. And that's one thing with Pisces: when something isn't working, we won't think twice to walk away from it. So that's a beautiful thing, and that can be friendships, work situations, it can be anything. So what I want you to know, Pisces, is to stop putting yourself down. You'll find other ways of not being shackled to your usual way of doing things. So you may have a routinal pattern like me, where you like to do things in a certain order, otherwise it feels like it's all going wrong. You'll be coming to peace with all of these things, but more importantly, understanding the undertone to why you like to do things the way that you do. You will feel and see the bird's eye view of things, so the higher perspective of things that you couldn't see the higher perspective of things before. and other options will be illuminated in your life once you've started to understand, that's why that happened. So just for instance, you could be going to B&Q to paint your bedroom wall. You might have asked for a certain colour of pink, and then the person that's made the colour has actually made a different colour. You take it home, you look at it and you think, what the fuck is that I've got to go and put on my wall? Then you put it on your wall and it actually suits the wall. So you start to understand, okay, that might have been a different perspective here. I needed to look at the other options of how I could dress my bedroom, and I'm honoured that I've got and found myself into this like colour hue or this new decorative way of looking at my bedroom. So that's the best way I can put it to you guys without you feeling like I'm going fucking loopy. That's the way that I will put that. Also, it's a time to heal and rest and evolve and seek closure on anything and everything that's been holding you back, because Pluto in Aquarius is going to be inviting you to let all go. So you can rebuild stronger and better than ever. So it's a very abundant time for you guys, Pisces. Just remember that all the abundance is yours for the taking. You just need to be in a position where you know when to sit down and when to get up and actually do things and heal yourself and heal these undercurrents and undercurrent tendencies that you have to do things the way that you choose to do things in your life, Pisces. Let's see what else Pluto is bringing in for Pisces. What's Pluto bringing in for Pisces? What's Pluto bringing in for Pisces? What's Pluto bringing in for Pisces? Oh, sorry guys, 1 second. Oh, this is funny. I'm glad that the video hasn't cut off though. So what is Pluto bringing in? What's Pluto bringing in for Pisces? Oh, that fell out. Pluto bringing in for Pisces. Oh. What's Pluto bringing in for Pisces? What's Pluto bringing in for Pisces? Okay. Sacral chakra. Okay, so this is like sexual energy here. Not only that, the tenderness of how you choose to look at yourself and how you choose to think of yourself. You're going into a sensual energy within yourself where you're starting to understand that the past energies were merely reflections, reflective energy. So you may have found like you've achieved quite a lot, but at the same time, this reflection of who you are in the past, sometimes you may have had sometimes people in your life that have made you feel a little bit like you are insignificant, tried to break past your boundaries, tried to hang over a foundation and achievement over your head if you didn't choose to conform, and you may have chosen not to conform and go your way. This was meant to happen, Pisces, because you have a divine connection to the holy energy that's above you, and this is why miraculous energy will always surround you and miracles will surround you, because you've chosen to go this way. The sacral energy is healing within your body. You may have found that it was blocked in some way, shape or form. Go and look up what the sacral energy brings in to your life, because you will start to understand a hell of a lot more as to what you was like when you wasn't balanced, because you may have settled for way less than what you deserved. You're a druid, so basically you're coming from a place where you are, Pluto is bringing you in an energy where you can hold space for people and hold space for yourself. You have this inner wisdom within you that is very beautiful, and you know how to hold space for people, for them to be authentic towards themselves and other people. You also have this like innate gift, which is a lot of Pisces do, if I'm honest with you. We have that gift because we are a little bit of every single sign combobulated into one, okay? Stop overthinking as well. Keep facing your true north. So Pluto's going to be bringing in an energy where you're going to be feeling a little bit like you are overthinking every step that you're making, when in actual fact you don't have to overthink it. You have to remember you're already fucking doing it. So all you're doing is moving forward into an energy where you're like, right, I know I've done this in my lifetime before, and I'm just going to get up and I'm going to keep doing things the way I've been doing them. Keep walking forward. You've worked so hard and you've come into a place of light, and that's a beautiful place to be. But Pluto is going to be waiting there with a lot of rewards for you guys as of today, moving forward for the next 19 years of your life. You're never going to feel as dark as you did feel in the past. Never dim your light to fit in, okay? So if you feel like wearing those different clothes, fucking do it. If you feel like you want to do something and bring something to the table for the public that nobody's seen before, or people in your area have never seen it before, bring it out and stand up with chest, I would say. It's like standing up with an element of not giving a fuck what nobody thinks. Have more care about understanding that the more that you hold this ancient energy within yourself, where you've done all of this work within yourself, there's power behind that. No one can't fuck with you. Nobody. Especially when it comes out with the power energy, it's almost like you have this regality about you when you walk in a room, but you know how to hold space for other people. So there's an element of humility, but there's an element also of being a boss. And this is something that sometimes people find hard to balance because they have to be one or they have to be another. With you, you find this balance there. This is why peacefulness and harmony is coming towards the Pisces, and all of your lower chakras will be healed. I did bring up your sacral chakra and your sacral energy, which is the orange here, which then bleeds into your root chakra and your authenticity in your solar plexus. You're going to find that you find your soul family as well with Pluto coming in, and your love relationships as well will be something where it's like this divine connection between you both, but you are meeting eye to eye. This is the reason why the harmonious card is there for you guys, because that harmony that you've both worked hard on is going to be coming into fruition massively, and there's a lot of ancestors up above that are rewarding this and want this for you and are pushing you towards this. So if you guys are single, through doing something community minded or going to a group activation, something like that, you're going to be meeting your soulmate, the love of your life there, with the harmony and the 6 being there. So just remember, there's an energy between you both where there's healing that comes out of each of your hands towards each other, and there's a commitment there as well, because if you notice, she's wearing a wedding ring there too. So yeah, this is somebody who is going to be like a lifelong partner, and if you're a masculine, you're going to be looking at this person eye to eye as well. Pisces. Magician, yep, you're going into your magic and you're going to be manifesting. Everything that you manifest is going to be happening for you. You're going to be finding that somebody around you tries to come back around you because they're feeling like sad that you're not around each other or together anymore. You need to remember as well that you don't need to have this lack mentality, and you don't need to comfort everybody who's come out of your life. They're out of your life for a reason, but at the same time have the compassion and dignity to understand that sometimes people need that little bit more time than you do to get over something that has passed them by. Knight of Wands, you may find as well like you are super passionate about a project that you probably tried to do before in the past. Yeah, King of Cups, it's like feeling this element as well of having like this structured mindset to moving towards the things that you love and that you want to do. And with you having this passion for what you want to do, it may take for you to actually go out there and start focusing on 1 to 2 things, because you may have a lot of things on your plate, or your mind may be thinking about loads of different fucking things that you want to do, but your mind may not be able to keep up with your body's actions. So this gives me a little bit of ADHD vibes, if I'm honest with you. So try to think about the fact that if you focus on one thing at once and master that, you'll be able to keep mastering everything else. And I'm not gonna lie, if you are the master of most of these things that you're doing here, deal with things in an order of priority, of importance to you. And once you've got that order of priority and importance to you, you'll do things in an order. Nine of Swords, you may be finding sometimes your dreams are a little bit weird as well, but that's because of the shadow work that you need to be doing. And with the 10 of Cups, that's speaking about emotional stability coming into your life. Two of Swords, being more decisive, making some more decisions that is helpful to you moving forward. Three of Wands, yeah, this is basically going into a place of having like all of this abundance in your life, but it's like in the future. You've got so many plans that you want to go towards in the future, and then sometimes your homebody self is something that makes you think, oh, I'll just do it next week. Well, Pluto's not going to be having that. Pluto's going to be forcing your ass out to go and get certain things done so you can feel more accomplished as these 19 years go ahead. Pisces, is there any advice and guidance that Pisces needs moving forward? I'm not taking them. I'll just wait for them to fall out. Pisces. Oh, there were friggin' loads of them there. What would make life easier right now? Reach out for help. Your loved ones want to help you. So you may be taking on a bit too much, guys. Just remember, slow and steady wins the race. What are their intentions with you? Okay, so you may be wondering what some people's intentions are with you. That could be friends, people who want to come and work with you. It could be a lover. Whoever that is, you're going to be thinking, what are their intentions? Okay, they may be having a mask on. Somebody may have a mask on that it starts to unveil and you start to learn the truth. What are your love languages? So what I want you to do is start exploring what your love languages are. Are you experiencing any of your love languages in your life right now? And if you're not, this is the time to question it, because the next years in your life, you're going to be called to standing up for yourself and what you believe in and what is right for you. Healing your inner child. Journal question. What was my first memory that left me feeling fearful? What advice would you give to your younger self now? So take a screenshot of that and write that and do that as your inner healing journey. Something special is coming. So you guys have got something very special coming into your life. All you need to do is have patience. And once you practice your love languages, I'm sure you will start to receive this special gift that is coming into your life. Things were so much easier when you were in my life. So some exes around you as well, missing you, wishing that you were still in their life. And yeah, I don't know what to say to that, to be honest with you, apart from knowing where you stand with regards to that. And then you won't be in a position of feeling like somebody's trying to manipulate you in any way, shape or form. It's time to cut energetic cords with all toxic relationships. So anybody that's giving you toxicity, friends, work acquaintances, lovers, you'll be cutting cords with them quick and fast as well. Establish a self-care routine and pick a day of the week and stick to it. So make sure you're looking after yourself, guys. Look up the numerology of 222 as well, Pisces. And always remember, because this is a Pisces trait, you are an empath. Sometimes the thoughts and feelings are not yours that you're carrying around. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I am sending you all so much love. If you've watched it all the way to the end, sending you kudos, because I can't believe I've just sat here for 3 hours doing this. But I'm so glad I've done it as well. I'm sending you all buckets of love. Please like and share and comment below how this reading has related to you. Make sure you've looked up your sun, moon and rising as well. And I'm sending you an abundance of love and gratitude for your time, patience and love, and all of you follows as well. I do not miss any of your guys' comments. I read them all and I want to send you all love. So take care. And I will see you guys for either a spell, reading, healing, retreat, or on here soon. Take care. Massive love to you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.